use this one at all? Or is that just in the way?
No, you can use it.
No, I don't need it. Is that in your way?
No, it's fine.
Clear a little bit of rain in.
Yeah.
You're getting bonus coverage. Things are running a little bit late here as they're running through the Skordle Festival. This is Deer Creek Lamont going against Burlington. Deer Creek Lamont is running away with the game, 72-24. But after this game, Lady Cardinals will be taking on the Lady Cats from Mooreland. We will not start pregame until this game is over. Coming up on the last minute, getting ready to start. Lady Cardinals and Lady Cats getting ready to enter the court. That'll do it. So now we can get ready to start. Lady Cardinals and the Lady Cats matching up with the 4th time on this season. So far, the streak has been the Lady Cats from Mooreland over the Cardinals. Scores of 33 to 44 in the Mooreland favor. 51-34 in Mooreland's favor, and 48-32. Cardinals haven't been able to break 34 points against Mooreland yet this season. Been some of the lowest scoring outputs of the year. Mooreland's defense doing a good job against the Cardinals team. These two faced off less than a week ago on Friday in Buffalo. The two teams squared off. Lady Cardinals had the lead at half. 3 points. Mooreland came out, started out the 3rd quarter strong, and pulled back within 1. And at just over the 2-minute mark of the 3rd quarter, Abby Buller went down, re-aggravating a knee injury, and from there, Mooreland was able to take the lead and never let go of it. They ended up pulling ahead before the end of the quarter, 32-29, and the Lady Cardinals fell for the 3rd time. So far the streak is in favor of Mooreland. Lady Cardinals coming out. It's turned into a little bit of rivalry on this season. Who would have known as we got things started this year that these two schools would be matching up like this? But you never know what kind of stories you're going to have. So these two teams have faced off against each other so much that it feels like we've gotten to know each other, and it's turned into a little bit of a sibling rivalry between the two teams just down the road from each other, a little over 100 miles on Highway 3. Or sorry, on 412, not Highway 3. Highway 3 turns at Woodward, doesn't it? So for Mooreland, and by the way, we welcome the Lady Cats fans who are watching the stream today. This is the Skordle Festival. Skordle does a good job with their app, but I had encouraged Mooreland, if they wanted to listen in, that we might know their players a little better than the professional announcers that are on the other side who'll be introducing things for Skordle. In fact, I can tell you right now, they're not doing a pregame, but we'll give that to you. For Mooreland, we got to know them well. Last time it was Howard, Wyrick, and Van Zee. And Howard, on the way to an all-tournament mention, had a tremendous tournament. Clem came in 4th in scoring that time, but she's caused some damage. She led the way the second time, she was 2nd in scoring when the two teams faced off in Merritt, throwing in 11 to go with Wyrick's 14. Wyrick's been a huge spark coming off the bench. The senior nursing a knee injury like Abby Buller. Not sure what the diagnosis is or the damage, but she's been tremendous off the bench, coming in and helping give a lift. She had 14 when the two teams played in Merritt. She had 10 when the two teams played in Buffalo. Clem, the super freshman, who also made the all-tournament team in Buffalo along with Hannah Howard, the two guards for Mooreland. Clem had 9 the last time we played in Buffalo, and she had 11 when the two teams played earlier in Merritt. When they played in Mooreland for the Mooreland tournament, Clem was the leader. Clem had 13 there, and Blackard, the point guard, had 9. Eilers had 8 that time, and then Scarborough and Anderson thrown in 7 and 6. So it's been balanced scoring for Mooreland. For the Lady Cardinals, it's been all over the place as well. Last time up, it was Kemper Post on her way to an all-tournament team mention at the Buffalo tournament. Kemper led the way with 16, leading all scorers in that game. Tremendous game for the senior, and she was joined by Emily Estes, who had 10. Abby Buller, after going down, finished with only 3. Nobody else had more than 3 for the Cardinals. They struggled to get points on the board, but Kemper tried to keep us in the game. The second time up, when it was in Merritt for the 34-51 game, where the Cardinals led in the first half, before Mooreland went on a 17-3 run in the second quarter and put the game away. The two teams played almost even the rest of the way out in the second half, but the huge second quarter really giving Mooreland a huge burst. In that game, it was Abby put in 8 to lead the way for the Cardinals. Kemper and Megan had 6. Megan had 9 rebounds as well. Cardinals did a good job of rebounding in that game, but not good enough. Mooreland, tremendous rebounding team. First time up, Abby didn't play. She didn't play before Christmas break. But it was Macy Strain with 10 and Kemper with 11. Also thrown in some points were Emily with 5 and Megan with 4. The rebounding numbers have been fairly low when the two teams have played on the Cardinals side. Mooreland has a lot of size inside, not only Wyrick, but Clem's big. Eilers gets in there and really does a good job as well, and they can bring Case off the bench. And so Mooreland has had a decisive rebounding edge. Mooreland has played a 2-3 zone in the half court and has played 2-2-1 press zone at times in full court. And both times those zones, all 3 times, those zones have caused some problems for the Lady Cardinals. Lady Cardinals really needing to find a way to penetrate against the zone. Against Balco on Tuesday, Lady Cardinals with the buzzer beater. Huge win for the Cardinals. On the other side, Mooreland went on the road to Arnett, a highly ranked Arnett team in Class B, and Mooreland falling in that game. Mooreland's on a 2-game losing streak since playing the Cardinals in Buffalo. They had to play Canton, who's ranked in Class A. That was a loss for the Lady Cats in the finals at the Buffalo tournament. And then on the road at Arnett against the ranked Arnett team, falling in that game as well. Lady Cardinals, since the game and the loss, they have a 2-game winning streak. They took on the Fargo Gage Fort Supply Lady Bulldogs and won to take 3rd place in the Buffalo tournament. And then the thriller in Balco, coming from behind at one point down by 18 points, 15 at half. The Cardinals climbing and clawing their way back into the game, had a 3-point lead with seconds to go in regulation before a bucket and an and one tied it up for Balco. They go to the first overtime. Big plays. Cardinals had a chance to put it away, but couldn't quite do it. Goes to a second overtime. In the second overtime, Cardinals were down by 2 with only about 6 seconds left to go. It's 5-point whatever seconds. Cardinals had the chance to throw it into the baseline after free throws were made by Balco for the lead. Cardinals go the full court, a pass over to Kemper post, and the rest was history. Holy crap, Cardinal fans, we won that game. So that's a catch-up on the history. Cardinals sitting at 12-6 coming in this game. Mooreland's sitting at 8-8, but don't let that record fool you. All but one of those losses are against ranked teams. So Mooreland has been tested in the fires and has shown that they can play with among the best in Oklahoma, but don't have that marquee win. But what they do have are 3 wins against the Turpin Cardinals, which has kept them at 500 at this point. Lady Cardinals will try to break that streak. Joining us today, we've got the amazing and awesome Addison Hogg doing our stats, running the scoreboard for you, keeping track and making sure everything is right so you can follow along. Turpin students, if you're watching right now, and I assume some of the classes have the game on, make sure you're getting some work done, looking down every moment while you're cheering on the Cardinals. After this game, the Cardinals will be taking on the Bearcats from Mooreland for the boys' game. We'll have that. It's immediately following this game. Coming out on the floor, starters for the Cardinals: Megan Weber, Kemper Post, Emily Estes, Jada McGowan, and Abby Buller. For the Bearcats, you've got Hannah Howard, Kinsley Blackard, Autumn Van Zee, Hannah Howard, and Haley Scarborough. Did I say Olivia Clem? Olivia Clem's jumping with Weber. A little more of the speed lineup on the floor for Mooreland right now. Weber's done a good job with tip-offs lately, and she wins another one. Cardinals have it to start. Post up top. Mooreland back in that 2-3 zone. Cardinals worked against a 2-3 against Balco and started finding success putting Megan Weber at the high post. They go to that immediately. Buller goes for a three-pointer. She hit 4 against Mooreland. It's a miss, but Jada McGowan is there for the rebound. Back in Buller's hands. Almost tipped, but Kemper's got it back. A lot of pressure being put up at the top by Hannah Howard. They get into Weber. Weber goes up, and it's a miss. Nobody on the backside except for the Lady Cats. Scarborough comes away with it. Now Blackard into the front court. Blackard will play point guard almost exclusively while she's out on the court. Scrappy point guard is faced off against these Cardinals a bunch. Clem gets at the high post. It's stripped by McGowan. Cardinals have an extra possession. Cardinals had a chance for a couple of shots that last possession and got second chances. Mooreland in past games has done a good job of shutting down the offensive rebound of the Cardinals, but maybe the game plan by Coach Schmaltz will find something different here today. Cardinals really being methodical, moving it around. They get it inside to Emily Esses, back out. Kemper post wide open, puts it up. It's soft over the top. Megan's a little bit too far underneath, and Autumn Vanzie's got the rebound. Kinsley Blackard brings it up into the point. It's across the timeline, and Mooreland will set up. They're going double high posts. They'll flash Clem to the low, keep Scarborough at the high. Cardinals are in a 2-3 right now. That's a change up. So already some interesting strategy from Coach Schmaltz here. Ball gets tipped. McGowan gets a deflection, but Vanzie's able to recover. Vanzie penetrates into the paint, puts up the shot, gets it to fall, and that's the first 2 points. Lady Cats start out on top. Cardinals have had strong first quarters, but other than that, Mooreland has done a good job and has the winning record for all 3 in every case of the second, thirds, and fourth quarters, with one notable exception. The Cardinals had a fantastic second quarter at Buffalo, taking a lead there. Cardinals turn it over. Mooreland coming the other way. Blackard bringing it in the front court again. Cardinals staying in that 2-3 zone. With the size and rebounding that Mooreland has presented in past games, it makes sense. Cardinals usually go a full court defense and will push, but Mooreland has shown a tremendous ability to hold on to the ball, use good ball control, and not turn it over against the Cardinals' full court defense. So makes sense that we might see a strategy change here. Back up top to Blackard. She's open. He'll take a three-point shot. It's off the front of the rim. Vanzie is there for the rebound. She's hanging out in the lane, and McGowan will strip the ball. McGowan's got the steal up the court to Buller. 3-on-3 opportunity. Cardinals will pull back and reset the offense. McGowan up top. Over to post on the wing. Back to McGowan. Around the horn to Buller. Howard challenging Buller. Buller in. Kick to high post to Weber. Backside open to McGowan. She'll look at it but think otherwise. Weber drives in. It's stripped by Scarborough. Buller gets a deflection out of bounds. This game's being played in Enid as part of the Skordle Festival. I don't see anybody across the way, actually, from Skordle broadcasting the game. It's a good thing we're here. Mooreland fans, if you're watching, you might let people know to come and find us at Turpin Live. They're probably not used to finding our channel. Cardinal fans, we're not used to playing at noon, so you might let people know that we're here in case you don't see the normals online. Olivia Clem goes inside, picks up the foul. Who was that on? Abby Buller picking up her first. Keeping us on tack and straight in line. The amazing, awesome Addison Hogg. Make sure we've got our accurate foul counts. Clem misses the first but makes the second. It's a 3-0 game. Coach Uribe is going to take a timeout. Cardinals will talk things over on the sideline. First timeout goes to Mooreland. We saw a lot of timeouts in the Balco game. Both teams with that thriller and 6 total quarters because of the 2 overtimes. Plenty of chances to stop the game. We don't have the Cardinal cheerleaders for this one. These daytime games, it's tough to make the long trip, so our Cardinal cheerleaders are watching the stream from Turpin just like the rest of you. Tomorrow night, you'll be able to watch the Cardinal cheerleaders, and you'll be able to watch both Cardinal teams We'll get JV games and everything else. It's senior night against the Laverne Tigers. Come on out and watch and celebrate a whole pile of seniors for these Lady Cardinals. Buller, Post, and Estes will be donning the jerseys and playing at Shyrock Gym in official status as Turpin Cardinals for the last time. It's tipped but recovered by McGowan. So Mooreland comes out and pushes the full court defense, causes some problems for the Lady Cardinals, but Lady Cardinals cross the half court line safely. Into the corner for Estes on the baseline. She's challenged by Scarborough. She'll dribble it out and get it to McGowan. Back up top for Buller. Cardinals really working methodically here. They get to the high post to Weber. Cardinals had a lot of luck going to Weber at the high post in the second half against Balco. Emily Estes takes a pass from Weber, puts up the shot and in. Weber gets an assist. Nice looking baseline jumper from Emily. And that's the first 2 points for the Cardinals. They trail by 1. Van Zee in the corner. Ball's deflected, stolen by Weber. Clem knocks it away from Weber, but it's out on Clem. We'll see Hannah Eilers for the first time. When Eilers comes in, things change for Mooreland. They get a lot bigger. Eilers, very post-minded player, very good rebounder. And she's shown the ability to make things difficult for the Cardinals. Buller to Weber at the high post. Weber takes it, slashes to the bucket, puts it up, and gets a foul called on Eilers. Weber will get the chance to shoot 2. Like I said, in the second half against Balco, the Cardinals switched things up. They were going against a 2-3 zone run by the Lady Bison. They'd struggled with it a little bit in the first half. I say struggled a little bit. They'd struggled immensely with it. They were down by 15. We're having a problem getting points on the board. Coach Schmaltz tried something different. Put Weber at the high post. They got her the ball. Weber was able to use her speed, got to the hole, drew fouls, also scored some points. Megan, by the way, makes the first free throw, mixes the second, but Estes tips it out, and the Cardinals are able to keep the possession. Cardinals done a great job already. They've had some cold shooting. We'll see if Abby Buller can remedy that. She doesn't, but again, Emily Estes tips the ball out. Buller distributes it to the high post to Weber again. Cardinals are cold, but are hustling like crazy and getting extra chances. So again, another miss, another rebound by the Cardinals, and they'll try again. Adjusting to these kind of gyms can be difficult, and one thing, if you've never played in a gym like this before, there is nothing behind the backboard right now. The Cardinals, about 40 feet behind the backboard, you can see there's a big curtain. That can be immensely difficult for a young shooter. You're used to having a wall behind it. The other way, with Mooreland's going, you've got stands. But that can be an adjustment for the shooters. We'll see if the Cardinals are able to adjust. Clem tips it out. I can tell you way back when, not that I had any skill or success in my time wearing the Cardinal jersey, but one of the gyms that I least liked playing in was at Beavers because it felt like the rim was hanging in midair. So it was so far back. With most of the other gyms, you had a wall close behind the backboard like we do in Turpin. So with that rim just hanging out there, it can really be disconcerting. Into the high post to Weber. Backside for Strain. Strain's come in along with Alyssa Peters. Cardinals running that 7-man rotation. Weber penetrated in. Eilers did a good job getting in front of her. Megan changed her mind, went to kick it back out, but in putting the hand on the ball, she draws the double dribble. 3-3. It's been a defensive struggle so far. Neither team able to get things going. Cardinals defense taking the ball away, limiting shots by Mooreland. And the Cardinals on the other side just unable to get anything going shooting-wise. Cardinals getting a lot of good shots if they can get things going. Right now, offensively, they are got the edge over Mooreland, but Mooreland staying in the game. And the Cardinals looking to find some shooting advantage here. Mooreland, if they can get their rebounding going, could start taking away those possessions that the Cardinals been holding on to. Weber mishandles the ball. It was a little bit high. She was looking to make the pass as she was catching it. Lost a handle on the ball. Coming the other way. It's Howard now. Wyrick's come in for the first time. Wyrick has been huge in her games against the Cardinals. every time she has come in a game, she has been a spark against Turpin, and that's exactly what happens. A senior comes in, and immediately Mooreland scores. Weber at the high post, now matching up as Wyrick comes up to meet her. Weber kick out to Buller. Buller looks down the low post for Peters. Weber goes up, it's tipped. I tell you what, Wyrick coming in has been a big X factor, and it happens again in this game. Wyrick a factor on that one, getting the rebound. Mooreland holding on to only a 2-point lead as we enter the end of the last minute of the first quarter. Howard's on the wing. Eilers at the high post. Wyrick way out on the baseline. Great job passing it, though. Buller's able to respond. She reacts and is able to deflect the shot. So mark down a block for Abby Buller. She gets the rebound and draws the foul, I think, on Van Zee. Did they call a foul on that? Yeah.
It was on 23, was it not?
I thought it was on 23. That's Eilers. Oh, not on Van Zee? So the foul's on Eilers. So the two teams dueling, only 2 points separates them. Strain working against the top of the zone, penetrates, gets in the middle, she's going to draw a foul. Who's that one on? 20, was that Eilers again? Scarborough. Oh, so on Scarborough. Thank you, by the way. We've got some help here from Mooreland. We'll give credit where credit's due. I know some of you Lady Cats fans are watching, so we can give you more accurate information. Olivia Clem penetrates deep, gets through the Cardinal defense, and puts 2 points in. 2-bucket lead for Mooreland. That's the most anybody's had. 4-point difference. What is your name? I'll give you credit. I know some of you Mooreland fans. Are you Lady Hannah, right? Okay. Alyssa Eilers? We've got Alyssa Eilers also helping us out from Mooreland, making sure that we're on point. That's Hannah Eilers' sister. She's the... We don't have our Cardinals cheerleaders here. We got our Cardinal bench. Mooreland fans, here's your Mooreland Cats cheerleaders for a moment. Wait, that's you. Number 4? Oh. Oh, crap. My daughter, number 3, the big brace, that's a torn ACL also. All right, Mooreland getting a little bit of momentum lift right before the end of the quarter, taking the 7-3 lead into the second. Cardinals have had opportunities aplenty. The offense is humming along. Defense, the rebounding has been huge for the Cardinals, helping to limit Mooreland's opportunities, but Cardinals just can't get anything going offensively, and so they, with only 3 points, they trailed the 7 points that they've allowed. Wyrick goes up, gets a shot blocked by Buller. Weber's able to come away with the rebound. Strain stays on the floor to go with Weber, Buller, Peters, and Post to start the second quarter. And Mooreland switches to a man-to-man. Well, wait a second. We in a man-to-man, or they extend the top of the zone? They extend the top of the zone. I was going to say, I don't think we've seen Mooreland play man at all. Strain up top, high post Weber, baseline Peters. It's a miss, but Buller's there for the rebound. So again, shooting's been an issue for the Cardinals. Kemper post puts up a shot, bounces around. Wyrick trying to get a hold of it. Weber's got it. Weber's tied up, jump ball. That'll be Cardinals ball. Mooreland had the tip to start the second quarter. Cardinals get a chance for an underneath opportunity here. Now, Post and Buller have actually played on this court many a time. Back in their MAYB days, Enid's MAYB team was on the rotation for what the Storm teams that you've heard so much about. They would come here and play, and championship games were always played on this floor. Kemper and Abby have some stories to tell from those days, and so they've got experience on this court. Also, the Cardinals played here in the Skordle Festival last year. So Megan, Abby, and Kemper got the chance that last year to do. Whoa! Weber gets it. Wyrick was going for the ball, but Megan spun, and when she did, it put Wyrick in a bad position. Wyrick didn't let go, and so she'll get called for the foul. First foul of the second quarter. I think that's Wyrick's first. Coach Smaltz will keep the 7-man rotation going. The 2 seniors, Post and Buller, come out. In comes senior Emily Estes and Jada McGowan, the sophomore. Strain's got it up top, challenged by Blackard. Blackard will play tight defense. Scarborough's up there as well. Wyrick's in the middle, the tall senior. Van Zee and Peters battling down low. Peters trying to find a post position. Strain looking for somebody to get it to. Nobody was coming to give her too much help. And the ball gets tipped out of bounds. Get out of a jam there. Caden Sanderson will come in. Eilers will come in. This is a lineup to watch. Whoops, I was going to say, if Wyrick and Eilers are in at the same time, that's a lot of height. And the big post players from Mooreland against a smaller lineup for the Cardinals could cause an issue. Emily gets the ball, goes on a move to the hole, but shuffles her feet as she gets possession of it. That's a travel. Cardinals give up the possession without a shot. And Mooreland's coming the other way. Eilers and Clem playing the double post offense. Van Zee's open on the backside. She's hurt the Cardinals from the three-point line before. That one's a miss, though. Clem and Van Zee especially can cause problems from behind the three-point line. They go down to the low post to Eilers. Weber's behind her. Tries to knock the ball away, and Megan's going to draw the foul. That's her first, one for each team. Buller and Post come back in. Weber and Strain will take a quick break. They tried to go to Clem. Post might have tipped it. Kemper didn't get a hold of it. So Cardinals take over. Good job defending the inbounds play. Mooreland steps back up into that box press. Box is another name for the 2-2-1 press. One way to beat the box press is to go to the middle. Another one is to use dribbling. Estes in the middle gets it, distributes it. Cardinals have an opportunity. Buller gets called for an offensive foul. She was sliding in front. Got to be careful of that. It doesn't get called very often, but it is a foul. What Abby needs to do, by the way, when that happens is you got to put one hand up like you're calling for the ball. Everybody knows it. You can get away with it a lot in 3rd and 4th grade or 5th and 6th grade. It's a great play to help screen people off, but you got to call for the ball and pretend at least like you're playing offensive post when really what you're doing is you're just screening for the ball handler. So Abby gets caught. It means we got some good officiating here, and then Olivia Clem makes the Cardinals pay. Mooreland takes advantage of stealing the possession away from the Cardinals, puts in the 3, and they lead by 7 now, 10-3. Cardinals into the front court. They're having no problem going against the 2-2-1 press. It's been on the offensive side once the Cardinals reach half court that they're struggling so far. Cardinals working to unlock the puzzle of this Mooreland defense. And Estes looks to hit Buller, but Buller had started stepping on a baseline cut. Estes threw it where Buller had been standing a moment before, and the ball goes out of bounds untouched. So Cardinals 3 straight turnovers on offensive possessions. Cardinals looking out of sync here. We'll see if Mooreland can capitalize after the big shot last time. Clem and Van Zee are setting up outside the three-point line right now. Clem goes baseline, kick out. Scarborough distributes it. Scarborough up top, looks in deep for Eilers. Peters goes down hard. A little bit of a scramble here. Van Zee comes open and makes the Cardinals pay. Again, Clem and Van Zee can really make it rain from outside. Cardinals have to be very careful. One mistake, which is exactly what happened when Alyssa Peters went down. Mooreland astutely worked the ball around. Cardinals with a man down in the rotation with Peters picking herself up off the floor, unable to get the rotation in time. Van Zee is open on the backside, gets a wide open look, and that's 2 3-pointers in a row on 2 possessions for Mooreland. Cardinals normally play man, but they'd switched up to this 2-3 zone. They have played 2-3 zone when the two teams matched up in Mooreland way back in December. Feels like a lifetime ago. It's the first time these two teams had met when they were just getting to know each other, but 2-3 zone struggle with Mooreland on that day. And Cardinals' offensive struggles against the Bearcats continue. At Buffalo, the Cardinals couldn't score a lot to pull away. Only 23 points through the first half, but they did sit on the lead going into halftime. And then 29 points through the first half. And then coming into the third quarter, Buller went down, re-aggravating the ACL injury. The Cardinals were never the same. Mooreland went on the run. Van Zee's going to pick up a foul. Kemper had the ball. Autumn Van Zee reaches for it. She'll get called for the foul. It's now 2 for each team. Weber will come in. Peters will go out. Cardinals looking for offensive answers. Against Buffalo on Tuesday, Buller set up in the corner and started hitting three-pointers, hitting 4 before the game was over. Kemper post hitting from outside as well, including the game winner at the buzzer. McGowan tries to go backside to Buller, but Van Zee sees right through it, steps in front of the ball, and has an easy steal. This Mooreland team's got a lot of experience. Clem, the lone freshman out there on the floor. Scarborough up top, backside to Van Zee. Anderson's flashing across. Anderson's more of a defensive specialist. Right now, your offensive risks out there are Clem and Van Zee. Scarborough can put in some points as well. Eilers is more of the rebounder. Anderson more defensive specialist. Van Zee goes down hard. She was penetrating, working against Emily Estes. Whistle will blow, but it's going to go against Scarborough. Third foul on Mooreland in this quarter. McGowan will take a break. Strain comes in. Cardinals' defense has been fantastic, holding Mooreland to only 13 points, but Cardinals still haven't scored in this quarter. So Mooreland's defense has been even better. Mooreland sets up like they're in a 1-3-1. Kemper gets hung up, throws the ball away, but then just as quickly, Mooreland loses it to Macy Strain. Macy to Kemper up top. Mooreland's shading over to where, like I said, it looks almost like a 1-3-1. Kemper goes for the shot, it rims out. Buller tries to tip it away from Blackard, who's just come in. Van Zee will go out after the hard fall. Blackard came in. Blackard comes around the screen from Eilers, and that's how you run it. Eilers doing a good job of disguising the screen, better than Buller did earlier in the quarter. Buller got called for a foul. Eilers doing the same thing, but just a little bit, I will say sneaky, but there's nothing wrong with the play. Kemper back up top to Buller. Backside, Emily has the only bucket from the floor so far for the Cardinals, and from the exact same spot, Emily puts in another one. Cardinals back within 10, but still only scoring 5 points so far. 2 field goals and 1 free throw. All the Cardinals are able to get into the net so far. Cardinals have switched to a man, so a little bit of a strategy change here. Clem penetrating against Estes, kick out to Anderson, back up top to Blackard. Eilers got left alone, and she'll make the Cardinals pay. Cardinals starting to make some defensive errors here, and Mooreland starting to get on a roll. 17-5 now. Kemper picks it up. Back to Macy. Back to Kemper. Give and go. Cardinals struggling right now even to hold on to passes. Kemper drives in. With an extended 2-3 zone, one of the things that'll come open is you can gash it. You can drive. You can force double teams and kick. Kemper getting the ball on the backside, drives in. Cardinals with 7 points now. 2 buckets on back-to-back possessions. Cardinals defense has to match up well now. Buller kind of roaming. She was ready to help out. Coach Uribe is going to go ahead and take a timeout and talk things over. Cardinals have been playing the 2-3. After switching to the man, Mooreland was able to get a bucket last time when somebody lost track of Eilers. This time, Mooreland will go ahead and take a timeout, take a moment, talk things over. We'll see if Coach Schmaltz goes back to the 2-3 or what kind of adjustments will be made. So a little bit of a chess match going on right now between the coaches. One of the things I'm going to be interested in seeing is when we get to the second half, Mooreland has hit a couple of three-pointers. Their shooting has been much more on point, especially when we consider how few shots the Cardinals have let them take so far. Cardinals have done a fantastic job rebounding. That's been one of the strengths that the Mooreland Cats have had in the other 3 games. And so the Cardinals have fixed that weakness and have had more possessions and far more shots than Mooreland, which goes to show that Mooreland's doing a much better job on shooting percentage. But when you switch and have a different backdrop behind the bucket. Will that help out the shooting for the Lady Cardinals in the second half? Pass into Wyrick. Weber steps right in front of Wyrick, deflects it. Peters gets the steal. Weber's long arms made it impossible for Riley Wyrick to hold that ball. Buller with a quick shot. It's off the front of the rim. Peters and Buller. Oh. Buller's getting called for a push. That's Abby's third foul. Buller went up and tipped the ball, and they called that she put a forearm right on the back of, I don't know if it was Anderson or Scarborough up top. I think Anderson plays down low, but I'm not sure. Might have been Howard. They said that Abby put a hand right in the middle of the back. Ref mimed a forearm shove by Abby. These refs are keeping a really close eye on the teams. They've called a lot of fouls. 6 in the quarter already, even up both ways. Weber goes up, draws another foul on the Lady Cats, gets the shot to fall. She'll get to shoot the and one and has the make. Weber had a great game working inside against the Lady Bison. That's Blackbirds, and it's her first. Amazing and awesome Addison Hogg keeping us up to date on our stats. It's a miss by Megan. Hannah Howard's got the rebound. Blackard into the front court. Cardinals are staying in the man. Blackard tries to penetrate in, kick out to Anderson. Back up top, and then a kick around to Clem. McGowan on Clem right now. Clem trying to work, going spin moves. Good job getting away from McGowan. Inside to Wyrick. Wyrick puts it up. It's a miss, but the freshman, Alyssa Peters, is there for the rebound. Macy Strain coming down the floor, pushing the pace. Hannah Howard matching up with her. Pitch out to Kemper Post and back to Strain. Inside to Weber and a kick out. Alyssa Peters wide open for three. Kisses it off the glass and in. What a way to end the first half. Cardinals finally starting to hit in the second quarter. After only scoring 3 points in the first quarter, Cardinals come back, get hot toward the end of the second quarter. Throw in 9 points, including the three-pointer off the glass by the freshman Alyssa Peters. We'll get our stats here in just a moment. So another defensive battle between the two teams. Mooreland sitting on top as we go to half, but we'll see again how the backboard being out. Let me show it to you just how far back this goes. If you've ever played basketball and had to play in a game with a rim sitting out there in the middle of nowhere like that, I'm telling you, it can be a really difficult adjustment. It's one of the things to watch for. On the other side, this is what Mooreland was facing, much more traditional type backdrop, especially when you're used to playing in arenas. And so when the two teams switch halves in the second, we'll be watching to see what kind of difference that makes. It might be nothing. I might be making stuff up. Who knows? I love telling stories, and they may or may not be true. Jada McGowan, we'll give you some true stats, though, courtesy of the amazing and awesome Addison Hogg. She's got Jada McGowan with 1 rebound, 2 steals, and a block. Kemper Post has 2 points and a rebound. Abby Buller has 2 rebounds, but the 3 fouls, 1 block. Alyssa Peters has the 3-pointer that she hit right before the end of the first half to go with 1 rebound and 1 steal. Macy Strain has 1 steal. Megan Weber has 3 points to go with 4 rebounds, a foul, and a steal. And Emily Estes has 4 points to lead the Lady Cardinals to go with 2 rebounds. Cardinals were down 3-7 at the end of the first. In the second, it was a 9-12 second quarter as Mooreland extends the lead just a little bit, and we've got a 19-12 halftime score for the Mooreland Lady Cats. I know we've got some Lady Cats fans watching. Again, Mooreland fans, you might let people know if they don't know that the stream is open for people to watch it, and please help and direct them here so that they can watch the second half. I know you guys are normally watching things on Bearcat TV, but I'd talked to them and I knew they wouldn't be here today, so I want to make sure that your fans know they're welcome to watch some good basketball today with both the guys and the girls. Let me back this out here. Okay. Stats for Mooreland. Howard has not got on the stat line yet. Blackard has 2 points and 1 foul. I don't have all the rest of the stats, like steals, assists, blocks, that kind of thing for the opposing teams. Here at Turpin Live, we just keep track of fouls and points. Wyrick has 2 to go with 1 foul. Scarborough has no points yet and does have 2 fouls. Clem has 5 points, one of those a 3-pointer to go with a free throw. Vanzie has a 3-pointer to lead the way for all scorers with her 7 points, and she also has 1 foul. And Eilers, that's Hannah Eilers, has 1 bucket to go with 2 fouls. So close first half, only 7 points. We'll see if the curse of the north side, and by the way, that is the north side, if the curse of the north side goal continues. Cardinal fans will hope that's the case. They struggled to hit anything on that bucket. And will the south side bucket be more welcoming in the second? But we'll take a break here. More to come in a few minutes. But good time to grab a snack or a drink. Go hit the restroom if you need to. Cardinal students watching there at Turpin. If we have any Bearcat fans watching at Mooreland, a good time to catch up on the studies, the things your teachers are telling you to be working on right now. Look down at that paper, get a few more math problems done, read a little more of that English lesson, get some stuff done and get ready. You've got more basketball to cheer for coming up in 4 minutes.
No one can watch it at school.
You what?
Mr. Bull blocked the stream for the Chromebook, so no one can watch it.
You sure?
Yeah, because Mia's like, were you guys streaming? I was like, yeah. Like, I don't remember. I think it was the Buffalo tournament.
I got something going on.
Yeah. It was the Buffalo tournament. She's like, are you guys streaming? I was like, yeah. And she's like, well, I couldn't watch it. So it was blocked.
Let me see that. YouTube's not. Well, I don't think YouTube's blocked. Can we just freeze? No, that's fine. Signed in as me on both of these. Unless I'm signing as me. What are we signing in? There's only 9 seconds left. Yeah, go ahead and take it. I gotta deal with other stuff. We were talking about with the Buffalo tournament, right?
So, like, the recent games.
Remind me tomorrow. if I can. All right, starting the second half, you've got for the Cardinals, Jada McGowan, Kemper Post, Abby Buller, Emily Estes, and Megan Weber. For the Lady Cats, you've got Autumn Vanzy, Riley Wyrick, Hannah Eilers, Kelsey Blackard, and Olivia Clem. Blackard gets open, takes a three-pointer, hits it. Boy, I got something going on here. I'm having a tech issue. See if I can get it figured out. Something is not right. Oh, I see what it is. Okay. Sorry about that. I've got it fixed. Oh, long shot by Autumn Vanzy. She comes out hot. Turns out Northside goals probably not cursed. That's 2 buckets in a row, both from the outside. 2 free throw or 3-pointers to start the second half for Mooreland, and they've opened up that lead. And now it's 13, their biggest lead of the game. Blackard coming the other way. Cardinals, offensive woes, starting out the third quarter. Eilers and Wyrick are in at the same time. When those 2 bigs are out there, along with Clem, who's definitely big enough to go inside, it can cause some problems for the Cardinals. Cardinals have gone to man-on-man. Mooreland's going to a double high post. Handoff from Wyrick intended for Blackard, and Kemper Post comes inside, gets the steal. Kick out from Buller to the high post for Emily Estes. Estes goes up with a clean look. Autumn Vanzy isn't going to let her have it, and that'll be a foul on Autumn Vanzy. And Emily Estes will get to shoot 2. Estes misses the first. Cardinals were down by 15 on Tuesday against Balco. They came back in that game, down by 13 just a moment ago in the third quarter. Can the Cardinals have 2 big comebacks on back-to-back games? Inside for Wyrick. Estes tips it, but Wyrick able to recover. Gets the bucket to fall, and now it's 14 points in between the 2 teams. Cardinals in dangerous territory here. Mooreland in the territory potentially of being able to put the game away. Mooreland was able to do this when the 2 teams played in Merritt. Big third quarter sealed the doom for the Cardinals. Buller on the outside. Vanzy challenging. Up to post. Back and forth from Buller to post. They've got Weber patrolling the lane. Cardinals are playing a 4-out offense right now. Into Megan. Out to Buller. McGowan backside. A little bit of a dribble. Buller's wide open. She'll put up a 3. She was good at Balco. Can't get this one to fall. Blackard tries to save it. Unable to get it, though, and Kemper Post. Cardinals just can't get anything to go here. Cardinals get the second chance, but can't get either of the 3-pointers to fall from the seniors, Buller and Post. Blackard comes in hard. Contact with Post sends both of them to the floor. No call. Cardinals come away with the rebound after the missed shot. And they'll set up on offense again. Weber and Wyrick bouncing off of each other inside the lane. And I think Riley's going to get called for the foul inside. Yeah, Wyrick will pick up another foul. That's her second. Peterson Strain will come in. We're at just over 3 minutes into the third quarter. 7-man rotation will pick back up for Coach Smaltz. Cardinals down by 14, needing an offensive pickup from somebody. Will it be Megan Weber from the baseline? Nope. Cardinals still have a lid on the goal. I'm not advocating for prayer or pulling out Lucky Rabbit's feed or tossing salt or whatever kind of things you believe in, but Cardinals are struggling on offense and now down by 16. Defense has not let the Cardinals down, even though Mooreland is on a run. It's been the offense. Just can't answer what Mooreland's able to do. Cardinals are getting open looks, getting tons of good shots, even getting rebounds and second chances. Just can't get the ball to fall in the hole. Defensive pressure is there. We've been getting tips, been getting steals, even a couple of blocks. But so far, Mooreland's ability to put the ball in the bucket has been the difference in the game. Spilling stuff.
It's okay. It happens.
Cardinals took the timeout. Down by 16 now. Really need an offensive answer. Need somebody to get hot or find a weakness in that Mooreland 2-3 zone. Mooreland's an experienced team, though, and they've been playing a lot of disciplined defense. There's nothing that's going to come easy. Canton in the championship of the Buffalo tournament was able to take advantage of the Mooreland defense by using driving from their guards and then a really hot shooting performance from the tournament MVP. Buller will take another opportunity. It's a miss. Macy Strain gets the rebound. Cardinals getting those chances. Macy will bounce it off one of the big legs. She was surrounded down underneath the bucket. Between Eilers, Clem, and Wyrick, there was nowhere else to go for Strain but to bounce it off one of the blue jerseys and let the Cardinals reset. Kemper gets it into Buller. Foul up top will go against Hannah Howard. Third team foul on Mooreland. Cardinals have been playing really clean. Opportunity here if the Cardinals can keep pushing things and if Mooreland will keep cooperating by drawing whistles, Cardinals might get a chance to shoot some free throws. Inside, Buller, pass off, gives it to Peters for the jumper, and the Cardinals' cold shooting continues. Scarborough to Howard, tipped by Strain. Strain trying to steal it. Good hustle by Macy, can't quite get to it in time. Mooreland will reset from the sideline. On the floor for the Cardinals, you've got Peters, Buller, Weber, Post, and Strain. Howard, Scarborough, Vanzy, Clem, and Wyrick for Mooreland. Wyrick in the post, kick out to Howard. Howard drives and kick to Scarborough. Scarborough drive, then kick to Clem. Clem goes baseline into a double team. It's off one of the Cardinals' feet, I think Alyssa Peters. So Mooreland looking to attack the basket off the dribble. Wyrick and Buller bouncing off each other a little bit. Clem catches it. Nice looking jumper off the glass is in. Mooreland's opening up the lead. 18 points now, 31-13. Into Weber. Weber up against Wyrick. Wyrick's going to draw another foul. I think that'll be 3 on Wyrick. That'll be 3 on Wyrick. Riley might take a seat there. Cardinals really need these free throws from Megan. That's okay, don't worry about it. Megan misses. Whole bunch of substitutions from both teams. Coming in for the Cardinals, it's McGowan and Peters. Coming in for Mooreland, you've got Anderson, Case, and Blackard. I don't think Blackard was out there earlier. Yeah, Blackard. Blackard's bringing the ball up. Megan makes the second. 17 points between the two teams. Scarborough into the corner for Anderson. Anderson Steps out of bounds. So Peters' defense had pushed Anderson just a little bit further out beyond the three-point line than she was comfortable. She catches it, puts her foot back to get started into her dribbling motion, and steps just a little bit out of bounds. Cardinals down by 17. Baseline to Estes. The Cardinals kicking around the horn, trying to catch that zone defense out of position, but Mooreland doing a good job of rotation right now. McGowan back up top to Strain. Now to Peters. Weber inside working on Case now. Wyrick and Eilers both out. Case is in, so Wyrick and Eilers will be fresh for the fourth quarter. Coach Uribe resting two of his bigs. Clem's out as well, by the way. Cardinals have a chance here with some of the second-line players in for Mooreland to try and eat up a little bit of that deficit. Macy Strain goes for an open three-pointer, but Cardinals just can't get anything to fall. Still below 20 points. Weber blocks a shot from Blackard. Cardinals have an opportunity here. Blackard slow to get up. Cardinals on the run. Weber using that speed, gets it up ahead to Estes. Estes drives in, gets a shot to fall. Draws the foul. Cardinals needing a momentum shift. Maybe Estes can provide it. Who was the foul on? We missed who it was on. I think it was on Case. Estes misses the free throw. Cardinals back within 15. Long way to go. Short time to get there. 9.5 left to go in this game. Counting these final 90 seconds. Now 80 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Another blocked shot. This time it's Estes. Cardinals defense has played a fantastic game. Cardinals rebounding has played a fantastic game. It's just the offense has not shown up. They stayed at home in Turpin. Cardinals need all aspects of the game against an experienced opponent like Mooreland. Mooreland trying to stay above 500. They come in at 8-8. Whole pile of ranked opponents on the schedule have supplied the 8 losses plus 1 to Hooker. Another miss. This time it's Peters on the outside. Estes tries to go inside. A lot of contact. Cardinals hold on to it, kick it around. McGowan's got it up top. McGowan will go for 3. Might have got tipped. Nope, wasn't tipped. They're going to say McGowan just airballed. Case will come out. Anderson will come out. Wyrick and Eilers are back in. So Coach Uribe going to finish off the third quarter with his 2 bigs back in. Eilers and Wyrick trying to run a 2-man game there. Estes helps shut down the opportunity for Wyrick. Eilers and Megan bouncing around off each other down low. Hannah Howard penetrates in deep. Megan blocks another shot. Tie up on the floor. Gets it to Peters. 3 seconds left. Cardinals got to get off quick shot. Estes puts it up. Gets it to fall. Buzzer beater. And they're going to count it. Well, are they going to count it? They're not putting it on the scoreboard. I guess they didn't count it. Yes, they did count it. So Estes' shot counts. So good job. Again, the Cardinals defense, 3 block shots in the third quarter alone. Your stats through 3 quarters. Brought to you by the amazing and awesome Addison Hogg. Jada McGowan, 2 rebounds, 4 steals and a block. Kimber Post, 2 points, a rebound and a steal. Abby Buller, 2 rebounds, 3 fouls and a block. Alyssa Peters, a 3-pointer, a rebound and a steal. Macy Strain, 2 rebounds and a steal. Megan Weber, 4 points. 2 of those are free throws to go 5 rebounds, a foul, 2 steals and a block. Emily Estes, 9 points for Estes now. 1 of those 2 rebounds, a steal, and a block. Cardinals have not been able to score more than 9 points in any quarter. 3 points the first quarter, 9 points the second quarter, and 6 points in the third. Mooreland outpacing us. They had 7 in the first, 12 in the second, and then another 12 in the third. That's been enough to build a 31-18 lead. So Cardinals defense doing the job. Again, Cardinals offense going to have to figure out how to do some stuff here now. The Cardinals had heroics in Balco. A lot of it was 3-pointers. On Tuesday, it was Buller and Post supplying those three-pointers. A lot of this Cardinals team can shoot from outside. Megan can drop in a three-pointer. McGowan, tremendous three-point shooter, but she doesn't put up very many. Macy Strain has had big games already for the Cardinals. Can somebody step up? Cardinals defense again, getting the ball back, causing a short possession for Mooreland. They've got the opportunity. Down by 13. The potential is there. Mooreland's done a good job on defense of not giving a lot of clean shots, but the Cardinals have had the opportunities. Tip ball ends up back in Post hands. Cardinals recover. Van Zee challenges Buller. Back up top to Post. Weber on the outside. Van Zee really active out there. Doesn't let anybody get too comfortable. Weber open for a three. It's off the front of the rim and it bounces out. Wyrick had it for a moment, but it came down a little bit awkward, hit her fingertips, and bounced out before Riley could haul it in. Cardinals are shooting short generally. We've seen a couple of balls not hit iron. We've seen some balls also right off the front of the rim. Again, the depth perception of playing in an arena can be interesting for players. Weber this time comes in and runs into Wyrick, loses control of the ball, and Mooreland's able to get a steal. Mooreland coming the other way. Clem on the outside. Cardinals got to be careful. They've been gone to the man-to-man after Mooreland figured out the zone and started dropping three-pointers. Cardinals did a good job of taking away the three-point line, but now it's the inside game. Clem tries to open up the outside game, and you see what I mean. These rims can be tough. Clem's a fantastic outside shooter. She shot that one almost 2 feet short of the rim. Again, really good shooters for these teams, but distance shooting with these rims can be challenging if you're not accustomed. Kemper into the front court. Cardinals still down by 13. 6.5 left to go. Cardinals are going to need to make a move and get things going. They need to eat into that lead, get it back into single digits. Peters mishandles the ball, picks it up though. Cardinals retain possession. Buller comes on the baseline. Cardinals have switched up the offense a little bit. They've been running Megan at the high post a lot. Now they're going to try something different. This time it's Peters inside. Runs into Wyrick. I think Riley's going to pick up her 4th foul for the Mooreland Lady Cats. That's exactly what happened. I think that's 4. That is 4. That's a huge blow for Coach Uribe. Wyrick has been a big thorn in the side of the Lady Cardinals. McGowan goes for a quick three. Bounces around. Can't get to it. Fight for the ball. Kemper Post comes away with it. Drive inside. Puts it up. That contact's not enough. They're going to say it went out of bounds. So Kemper trying the idea of driving inside, maybe trying to draw a 5th foul on Wyrick. Cardinals might look to attack Wyrick here. Coach Uribe kept her in with 4. Buller gets the ball tipped away by Van Zee, but recovers it. Peters up top over to Post. Cardinals got Weber on the baseline now. They're running a 4-out and trying to throw people through the middle of the line. Mooreland throws a body in the way, not letting even cutters get through cleanly. Very experienced defense, playing great example of how to play the 2-3. What the Cardinals need is they need somebody to just penetrate, take off the dribble, and cut into the middle of that defense. But right now, Cardinals struggling to catch a ball cleanly, much less be able to take off with it. Megan, kick out to Kemper, gets tipped. Mooreland's hands are so active. Young players that are watching, you good reason for why you always keep your hands up when you're playing zone. You're trying to take away passing lanes and make sure your opponent can't get the ball through cleanly. Cardinals lose it off of a jump ball. That'll put the possession arrow back to the Cardinals with 5 minutes left, but they're going to need to get points. Mooreland's got the possession now. Eilers and Wyrick are in. Eilers up top looking for somebody. Kick out to Blackard. They're flashing Clem through. Peters and Clem are matched up. Van Zee flashing as a cutter. Clem will drive in, and Peters is going to get called for a hand check. That's the first hand check call that we've seen as a foul. Clem was not penetrating to the basket. Normally, you don't see the hand check called unless you're penetrating to the goal. So we'll see. A lot of times referees in the last 5 minutes will call things a lot tighter than they have the rest of the game. Blackard on the outside. It's a miss. Again, you can see the shooters coming up short on these goals. Buller on the outside to Strain. Strain going for a long three. It rims out, but Weber's there. Weber goes up. She draws a foul. This could be huge. That might be on Wyrick. If it's on Riley Wyrick, she'll be done for the day. Seniors had a tremendous game. It is not. This one will go against Clem. Clem, how many does she have? Number 20?
That was her first.
That was just her first. So Olivia Clem picking up her first. Cardinals are starting to get in deeper to the hole right now and challenging inside. That's 2 fouls on Mooreland. Cardinals still looking for their 20th point. Just can't get through that 20-point barrier. Megan misses the first free throw. It's up off the back of the rim. Strain challenges Clem for it, but the Cardinals unable to get to it in time. Clem gets the rebound up to Blackard, now to Scarborough in the front court. Cardinals going to have to scramble now. 4 minutes left and down by 13. That's 5 possessions if everything's done perfectly, and it sure wasn't. Eilers able to push down deep against Buller. Gets a bucket to fall, and it's a 15-point game now. Weber gets it, penetrates in deep. A lot of contact. This is going to go against Eilers. This is what the Cardinals needed to do early. Get the ball up the court, get it in somebody's hands who's fast, and then get Mooreland out of position and go to the hole, draw the fouls. That is the third on Eilers, but under 4 minutes left. Not a lot of time left. Cardinals are going to have to play almost perfect from here on out. Cardinals ate up a 15-point deficit against Balco in about this amount of time on Tuesday. Balco, a quality opponent, had their way with the Lady Cardinals in the first half. 15-point lead at half. Cardinals came out hot. They did it in that game with 3-point shooting, tremendous defense, and making the most of opportunities. Can they do the same here? Will foul trouble catch up to Mooreland? Eilers has 3, Wyrick's got 4. If the Cardinals can get in deep and penetrate into that Mooreland defense, 2 of the bigs in big-time foul trouble. Coach Uribe can roll Clem down low if he needs to. The super freshman has a lot of height. She can play down low if needed. They can also bring Case off the bench. Anderson will play in the post but doesn't have the same kind of height. Weber hits the free throw. The timeout by Coach Schmaltz at least pays dividend for that 1 point. Megan getting ready to shoot the second. She makes both. Maybe the Cardinals can start a new trend. And that's exactly what happens. The defense. Oh, Post and Blackard fight over it. Post gets too much contact, both of them on the ground. Kemper falls on Blackard as she's on the ground, gets called for the foul. That is Kemper's first. Only 2 fouls on the Cardinals. Clem will throw it again against Peters. Cardinals all the way up in the front court here. We're going to challenge everything from here on out. McGowan against Blackard. Strain trying to come over to give the double team. Peters steps up. Oh, and Blackard travels. Oh, it's not a travel. It's an offensive foul called on Blackard. Again, the referees are calling things tight here. That's huge because that means the Cardinals are in the bonus the rest of the way. So Kinsley extended her arm. Remember, they called one like that earlier in the game. I can't remember. I think it might have been on Buller calling an offensive foul. Oh, they called the offensive foul on Buller for a screen. But they did call a little bit of a forearm shove on somebody earlier. Oh, that was on Abby Buller also. Cardinals go for the shot, but miss. Rebound by Scarborough. And Peters will pick up the foul. Not a bad foul. That stops the clock, lets the Cardinals reset in their full court defense. Cardinals are getting every bit of their speed here. On the floor, you've got Peters, Post, McGowan, Strain, and Weber. Buller and Estes getting a quick break. That's Estes, or that was Peters' foul. How many? That was only the second on the list. The Cardinals have fouled to give. Clem's got it up. Peters is on her. Peters challenging. Clem picks it up. Inside to Eilers. Oh, Eilers gets around Weber, but misses. It's a miss, and it's, oh, Strain can't get the block out on Eilers. Cardinals with opportunities here. Eilers caught it deep in the paint. Got around Weber, went up, but missed it. And the Cardinals bouncing around with that ball, pinballing inside, can't get a hold of the rebound. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by one of the Cardinals. Mooreland will have it underneath. timeout by Coach Uribe. He's going to take a full. He's going to talk things over. Bearcat fans joining us on the stream, here's your Bearcat cheerleaders. Minimize the screen and look and see how many we've got watching. No. Down the bottom of that. Nope. That one way. I was thinking the YouTube app, not the YouTube, not the website yet. I know, it's a pain, isn't it? Now we can raise the table and you can stand. Yeah, you see what I mean? It's this. This has never been here before. Yeah, the tarp's in the way. Oh, an offensive foul on Mooreland. That's the ref who called the offensive foul on Blackard. Who did he call that on? I think he called it on Anderson. It's either Anderson or Scarborough. We're going to give that one to Anderson. It looked like the referee put up 1 and 3. They don't have a foul showing, but that is now 5 fouls. By the way, on a charge, Cardinals throw it away. If it was Anderson, she made up for it stepping in front of that pass. And Cardinals offense here struggling. Never have been able to get things going. Mooreland with only 33 points, but that's been enough so far to stay in the lead against Cardinals. 2.5 left. It's going to have to be a 3-point show for the Cardinals, and Mooreland's going to do their best not to cooperate. Oh, Kemper throws it off Scarborough's foot, but a bad bounce. Van Zee's able to get the steal. Coming the other way, Scarborough loses it out of bounds off the dribble. Estes will come in for post. On the floor for the Cardinals, McGowan, Strain, Weber, Peters, and Estes. Weber trying to get around the corner. Oh, Weber had the edge and then looks to get it up ahead to Estes, but Eilers was playing the passing lane. Cardinals recover. Estes sneaks behind the defense. Puts in a quick 2. Cardinals are needing 3s right now. They're down by 11. That's 4 possessions. No matter how you play it, McGowan gets a deflection. Weber gets a steal, goes back up quick, taking it to the hole. Blackard tries to step in front, but she's a little bit slow. Weber will get to shoot 2. Cardinals are in the bonus the rest of the way here. Cardinals are going to play desperation. Blackard. So Kinsley Blackard picks up her 3rd. Megan made her last 2, but misses this one. Well, Cardinals are going to come out of this feeling good about their defense, offense, and rebounding. About their defense, their rebounding, but really struggling on offense. Just never could get things going and holding Mooreland to the lowest total of any of the 3 games, but Alyssa picks up a foul, not a bad foul. Lets the Cardinals set up the full court defense. Throw in to Scarborough. Peters can't get it. Scarborough up the court to Anderson. Estes challenges Anderson. Estes, not a bad foul. Estes fouls Anderson. She'll have to go to the line for that one. So Emily's going to make Anderson have to earn him the hard way. That's Cadence Anderson shooting 2 now. Emily only picking up her first foul. Anderson misses the first. So both teams in the bonus from here on out. 150 left to go. Well, 148. Anderson makes the second. 12-point lead. Cardinals trying to come back. Oh, foul from behind. Megan gets to shoot 2 more. This is going to go on Van Zee. Van Zee didn't foul on purpose, but Megan stopped, and Van Zee had been right behind her trailing. So Autumn ran over Megan, and Weber will get to shoot 2. Megan makes the first. Cardinals on the floor for this last stretch. We'll see if we get some subs here in a moment. But right now, Anderson gets the rebound after Megan misses the second. It's an 11-point difference again. Cardinals trying to get to single digits, but it's scramble time. Anderson picks it up. Coach Uribe's going to take a timeout. Cardinals with a missed opportunity there. Cardinals are going to talk things over. Coach Schmaltz has the clipboard out, so we'll take it off the Cardinal huddle. So Cardinal Lady Cat fans, you get the chance to watch your cheerleaders again. Moreland will throw it in from the sideline. Cardinals got a lot of speed out there. It'll take some heroics here. But with those heroics is going to come risk. Cardinals are going to have to overplay. Mooreland's setting up here. Might be a home run type play. It's exactly what they're doing. Getting Eilers heading out quick. Tipped by McGowan. But Van Zie's able to hold on to it. Estes causing defense against the penetration down deep. Mooreland pulls it back out. Cardinals have to foul here. Scarborough penetrates. Clem on the outside. Clem in deep. Puts it off the glass. It's a miss. Weber and Peters converge. And Peters has the rebound. Weber up front now. Weber's got to come quick. Weber to Peters. And another foul called. Weber's wants to step through the double team. And Van Zie's going to get called for the contact. This is by far the most sensitive we've had for whistles this year. They've been calling all the contact. Been very evenly called. Had multiple offensive fouls, and so these girls that have played each other have played, I don't want to say rough, but have played very physical basketball. And these refs are not having any of it. Megan gets it under 10 points. Cardinals have 68 seconds left to try to make up a 9-point deficit. They've got to get the ball back in a hurry. That'll help. Blackard was looking for... On who? Oh, Van Zie's got 4 fouls now. So Wyrick and Van Zie both have 4. Cardinals get the possession back. 62 seconds left. Down by 9. That's at least 3 possessions. And that's if you're doing all 3-pointers. Cardinals go inside to Weber. Outside for Strain. Strain going for 3. It's off. Megan fighting for the rebound. Doesn't get it. Cardinals got a foul. Cardinals have to foul. They need to foul. They can't hear me from here. Everybody's trying to tell them, though. 40 seconds left. You've got to get the ball. Van Zie's driving. Cardinals are letting the clock tick down here. 33 seconds now. This is a 3. Oh! And a misplayed ball. Strain and Weber can't get to it. Eiler steps through the 2 Cardinals and gets the ball. Where's 20 seconds left? And Coach Uribe's going to take a timeout. That's a huge gift. Cardinals are down by 3 possessions. Defense was not stepping up to pressure the Lady Cats. Not sure what was going on there. And Coach Uribe's going to take a timeout and talk things over. Normally in that situation, you're going to see a team go to fouling immediately. Cardinals don't have anybody in foul trouble. Do we have anybody with 3? Abby and Alyssa have 3. Abby's not on the floor right now. All right, Mooreland's going to take it out from the sideline. Cardinals keep the same 5 on the floor. Straight to Blackard. Cardinals are not trying to foul, just pressuring. By the way, in case you're wondering, this game has nothing to do with playoff pairings, anything like that. So the outcome of the game does not change a thing for either team. District pairings are being written, probably as we speak, downstate by OSSAA. Closest of the 4 games so far, but the Lady Cardinals get the same result as the last 3. Mooreland Lady Cats come out on top, finishing 34-25. We'll get stats here in just a moment. Lady Cats are able to stay over 500. 4 of their 9 wins have come against Turpin this year. Cardinals dropped to 12-7. 4 of those losses have come against Mooreland. So these 2 teams probably getting sick of each other by now, but coming up, we've got the boys for the Mooreland team and the Turpin team coming out to play. So Cardinals taking on Mooreland. So I'll give you your stats, and then we'll get ready for the boys' game. Jada McGowan finished, hold on a second. Jada McGowan finishes with 0 points, 3 rebounds, 4 steals, and 2 blocks. Can propose 2 points, 2 rebounds, 1 foul, 2 steals. Gabby Buller, no points, 2 rebounds, 3 fouls, and a block. Alyssa Peters, 3 points, 2 rebounds, 3 fouls, 1 steal. Macy Strain, 3 rebounds and a steal. Megan Weber, 9 points. Only 1 of those was a field goal. The other 7 were free throws. 5 rebounds, a foul, 3 steals, and a block. And Emily Estes led the way in scoring for the Cardinals with 11 points. 1 of those a free throw, 2 rebounds, a foul, a steal, and 1 block. Lady Cardinals got beat in every one of the quarters except the 4th. The Cardinals coming back at the end of the game, winning the 4th quarter. They had a much better second half than the first, but the offensive problems were just too much for the Cardinals to overcome, only scoring 12 points in the first half and only 6 in the 3rd quarter. The second half, the Cardinals ended up scoring 13 points after only 12 in the first half, so just a stinky offensive game. 15 points scored by Mooreland in the second half after 19 in the first. The 2 teams just canceling each other out. Cardinals had opportunities by the bushel full. They were able to get a lot of open outside shots. They got the 3-pointers that they want. They had shots from the high post. Just could not get shots to fall. Mooreland got hot behind the 3-point line, and that was the difference in the game. 11 points and at least 4 3-pointers. We'll get totals for Mooreland. The amazing and awesome Addison Hogg was following along with both teams. And Mooreland stats. Sorry there. Howard finishes with 0. Oops, let me change my camera angle. Howard finishes with 0 and 1 foul. Blackard has 2 points. 1 of those was a 3-pointer to go with 4 fouls. Wyrick has 4 points to go with 4 fouls. Scarborough had 0 points and 2 fouls. Anderson had 1 point and a foul. Clem had 5 points. Here's where the 3-pointers start coming in. I told you the 3-pointers were the difference for Mooreland. Blackard had 1. Clem had another to go with a free throw and a couple of points inside. So a total of 8 for Clem with 1 foul. Van Zee led the way. She had 2 3-pointers to go with another couple of buckets for 10 total and 4 fouls. Case had 1 foul and Eilers had 6. So 4 3-pointers and the Cardinals go down by 11. So the outside shooting from Mooreland was the difference in the game that they needed. Cardinals just never could get going after a game with so many 3-pointers to pull it out against Balco. Cardinals just couldn't get it going and fall the Lady Cats for the 4th time this season. All right, give me a moment. We'll reset, we'll get ready, and we'll have We'll have more Cardinal basketball coming up here in a second as the Cardinals take on the Mooreland Bearcats. All right, we're getting ready now for the second game. This is the Mooreland Bearcats against the Turpin Cardinals. These two teams facing off for the third time now this year. First two times have both gone the Cardinals' way. They won by 9 at Merritt and then met last week on Saturday for the finals of the Buffalo tournament. Cardinals with a big win, going up 17-0 in the first quarter. Huge jump out. And that big lead was all the Cardinals needed. They were 29-12 by halftime, so it was evened up in the second quarter. In the third quarter, stayed pretty well even again, a 14-15 quarter. Mooreland coming back a little bit, and then the Cardinals finishing things off, pulling out to a 60-41 win. So what changed between the two games? Was it a matter of the Cardinals getting hot? I do know that Scarborough did not play in the second game. I don't see him out there today. I don't know if he's playing or not, but that could be a big loss and hurt Mooreland. The senior guard not could be injury, could be something else. But the Cardinals that last time out, a couple of big scoring nights. Carson Peters had 16, Bryson Parker had 14, Gunnar Post had 10, and Jet Huffman had 11. So 4 Cardinals in double digits. In that game, Pittman, the big man for Mooreland, threw in 10. Overton had 10, the guard. And then Ortega had 6, but the Cardinals got hot, jumped out to the big lead, and finished it off. We're here for our second game here at the Skordle Festival. Tip-off goes to Mooreland. Stetson Roper comes down with it. Your Cardinals in the white jerseys. And here in the Stride Center in Enid, your starters. Carson Peters, Nash Levens, Bryson Parker, Gunnar Post, and Austin Peters. That's been the 5 that have been starting for us all year. For Mooreland, you've got Caden Overton, Grayson Pittman. Turnover by Mooreland, so they're unable to take advantage of getting the tip. Number 2, Stetson Roper. Number 24, Evan Sampson. Number 1, Carter Cummings. I think I named everybody off. Did I get number 30, Caden Overton? If not, there you go. Cardinals have it in the front court. Bryson Parker up top. Carson Peter can't handle it cleanly. Bryson Parker doesn't need long. Quick trigger. He puts it up. It's a miss. Pittman and Post will battle in the low man game. They're a show to watch down there. 2 very experienced senior post players. Gunner has an added dimension to his game where he can step out and shoot threes. Pittman's a little bit bigger. He gets the rebound after the miss. It's tipped around. Mooreland gets a second shot out of it. Cardinals don't handle it cleanly. It gets tipped out of bounds. Mooreland's going to have a third opportunity now. Again, remember, these two teams faced off just less than a week ago, and the Cardinals, behind a 17-0 first quarter, stormed out to a lead that they never relinquished. Pittman is able to get open on the inbounds pass, put the bucket in, and Mooreland takes their first lead in a week. Cardinals scored early and often in that game, but this time it's Mooreland coming out. Mooreland's defense has held so far. Cardinals moving things around. Mooreland playing a 3-2 defense. Really spreading things out, guarding that three-point line. Cardinals penetrate in deep with Gunner post. That's the problem with the 3-2 is the high post is going to be open. Gunner didn't quite come all the way up to the high post, but he came out far enough to get some distance away from Pittman. Sampson tried to come from behind and tip it. Gunner comes inside, gets off the shot, and gets the foul. I don't know who got the foul call. What's that? 24. Oh, it's on 24 on Sampson. So Sampson tried for the tip when Gunner first got it, didn't get it, closed in, and ended up fouling Gunner on the shot. Gunner misses it, so we're all tied up at 2. Overton coming over the top of the screen, puts up the shot. It's a miss. Bryson Parker's got the rebound. Here comes Bryson. Bryson ended up being the MVP tournament of the Buffalo tournament, in no small part due to his big game against the Mooreland Bearcats. Bryson and Carson both had tremendous tournaments. Austin ended up being named to the all-tournament team, joining MVP Bryson Parker. I tell you what, there's a good case for Gunner Post and Carson Peters also on there. Nash Levins had provided tremendous defense. Jet Huffman came off the bench and was a huge spark. Again, in that final, Jet had double digits. Cardinals ended up running a deep rotation in the tournament, at times going at 10 men. A couple of blowouts meant that Coach Biebermeyer could empty the bench. Nash Levins going for a 3. Senior trying to drain it and give the Cardinals the lead. It's a miss. Pittman gets position inside a post, gets the rebound. Cardinals go the full court defense coming the other way. Overton looking inside for Pittman. Pittman comes underneath Gunner, gets an open spin move to the bucket. Grayson Pittman drains it, and Mooreland leads 4-2. Carson Peters coming the other way. Cardinals have it in the front court. Sampson's dropped in the middle, so now it looks a lot more like a 2-3, or a 2-1-2, sorry. Mooreland really talking things over. Good teamwork there by the Bearcats. Cardinals not finding as easy a look right now. Mooreland's adjusted some things on defense. Carson comes inside, gets an open look after a little bit of work. Can't get the shot to fall. Sampson coming the other way. Sampson is most dangerous on a catch and shoot 3. Very good three-point shooter. One of the best you're going to find in Northwest Oklahoma. Cummings will step out. He'll take a break. Coming in is Bryson Clark, and for the Cardinals, Jet Huffman will come in and Austin Peters will take a break. Jet Huffman's been a spark for the Cardinals offensively in several games this year, with the Cardinals only scoring 2 points through almost 4 minutes here in the first quarter. Maybe Huffman can be the spark they need. Lady Cardinals never could get going offensively. Carson Peters gets a block on a shot by Overton. Rebound by Levins. Bryson leading the fast break. Cardinals go underneath to Huffman, who just come in. Huffman puts it up, but Pittman does a good job. Huffman tries to fall away, but can't get the shot up. It's a miss. And Mooreland comes the other way after the rebound. Sampson's got it outside. Mooreland's held the lead. It was tied for a moment. Mooreland able to regain that lead. Overton trying to extend it and does. Nice job, Rober kicking it to Overton. Overton through the middle of the lane. Puts up the shot and gets it to fall. Cardinals struggle with the guard play of the Balco Bison on Tuesday. And strong guard play has been an issue so far for this Mooreland team, as well as inside for Pittman. Guard play from the Cardinals, big though. Peters gets a steal, can't get the layup to fall. Mooreland coming the other way. Clark into Pittman. Pittman's wide open. Connors are leaving Pittman a little bit open now. And you can't do that. The senior Bearcat way too experienced, and he can put that ball in the hole with ease if you give him even a crack. Huffman puts it up but can't get it to fall. Cardinals struggling to get the ball in the hole. That north side basket with a big black curtain almost 50 feet behind might be causing perspective issues for the Cardinals. Pittman on the outside comes in, penetrates the lane, goes to a spin move, and he'll draw a foul on Gunner Post. First foul against the Cardinals. Mooreland's only got one. He lines up to come back in, as well as Ortega. Also coming in is Blaze Overton. Pittman will come out. Sampson will come out. Roper will come out. Seniors taking a break for Mooreland. So there'll be youngsters on the floor for Mooreland. Cardinals have only subbed once so far. Levens gets the steal, saves it inbounds to Carson Peters. Cardinals defense has had some good moments here. We've had block shot and several steals. Just got to get the offense going here to match up. Levens on the outside. They're looking inside for Post. There's an advantage right now with Post going against Ortega and Overton. Cardinals see that, and they're trying to force it into Gunner. The referees, it's the same crew that we had in the girls' game. They were very, very quick to call contact. Cardinals were trying to draw it and get it into Gunner, but were unable to do so. But then Gunner picks up his second foul after the miss and the rebound by Overton. Gunner picks up his second. That's the only two for the Cardinals. Gunner will have to take a break, and the Cardinals will go to a little bit smaller lineup now. Austin will come back in. Gunner will take a seat. So now it's Huffman, Carson and Austin Peters, Bryson Parker, and Nash Levens. Try to get it down the floor. Carson gets a hand on it, but Mooreland's able to recover. Clark's got it at half court. Overton inside for Ortega. Ortega, much different player than Pittman. Very quick, but his pass is offline. And Cummings, contact on Parker. Again, these referees will call very small amounts of contact. They're very sensitive to contact. Want these players to play very clean. So Cummings picks up the foul. Mooreland holding an 8-4 lead. Cardinals offense struggling to get going. Only 4 points through over 6 minutes of play. So whatever it was that affected the Lady Cardinals might be hampering our Cardinal boys as well. Levens back up to Carson Peters. Bryson Parker open. He'll look to end the drought. Still a lid on the bucket. Stetson Roper, very savvy move. He saw Austin Peters coming in, stepped over, sidestepped right into Austin. Austin did not have position, so Austin gets called for the foul. Really savvy move. Again, a lot of experience on the floor for the Cardinals. Right now, Sampson, the senior for Mooreland, as well as Roper. So nowhere near as much experience, but a nice job by the senior from Mooreland there, drawing the foul. Minute 20 left. Cardinals looking for some answers. Coach Biermeier will go to the bench and bring in Jackson Leonard. Nash Levens will take a seat. Roper looking for Rhett Sampson. Sampson using his body to screen off Carson Peters on the inbounds pass. Overton with a nice back cut. Reverse layup. Tricky moves there working against Bryson Parker. And Mooreland leads by 6, 10-4. Carson on the outside. Roper matching up. Mooreland still playing that zone, but stepping out to cover the three-point line very well. Long shot is off, but the rebound for Carson Peters. Now out to Bryson on the edge. Inside, Jet Huffman penetrates. Cardinals still can't get the shot to fall. And then Overton, who gets the rebound, is going to get fouled. Austin Peters picks it up. I think that's 2 on Austin. He fouled Roper earlier and now fouls Overton. 33 seconds left in the first period. Cardinals got to break out of the scoring funk. They picked up 4 fouls. If they get another foul before the end of the quarter, Pittman's come back in. He's actually handing the ball against Leonard right now. I can tell you what Mooreland's about to do. They're going to look and see if they can get that ball to Pittman going against Leonard. Pittman's got a good 6 inches on Leonard. Leonard's not a small guy, but Cardinals got to be very careful and pay attention here. That's exactly what's happening. Coach Templin calls for the pass to be thrown in. It is, and Pittman takes advantage of the opportunity, gets 2 points in. Cardinals really need Gunner Post down there. The Gunner does a great job of canceling out Pittman. Those two have battled now for these 2 games that we've seen them match up against each other. Parker goes for the jumper. Cardinals still get going in the ball. 12-4. Mooreland with the lead. Cardinals only scoring 4 points in the quarter.
Come on, White, we gotta go.
Cardinals are getting open looks. It's not the Mooreland defense, although we'll give them credit. They're not allowing anything easy for the Cardinals. But Cardinals have missed some short jumpers, easy shots that they normally drain. Cardinals just going to have to figure out how to solve the puzzle of that north side goal. Lady Cardinals never did get going, only scoring 12 points in the first half and 13 points in the second half. And now your Cardinal boys are on pace for the same sort of result. Coming on the floor, same 5 who were out there to the end of the first quarter. Jackson Leonard, Nash Levins, Jet Huffman, Carson Peters, and Bryson Parker. Foul trouble might be an issue for the Cardinals. Gunner Post and Austin Peters both have 2. For the Bearcats, you've got Stetson Roper, Josh Krotz, Grayson Pittman, Caden Overton, and I'm missing somebody. Did I say Stetson Roper? Did I say Caden Overton? Did I say Josh Krotz? Did I say Grayson Pittman? Evan Sampson, that's who I was missing. Jed Huffman! While I'm tongue-tied trying to remember who we were leaving out, Jed Huffman finds the same, gets Mooreland in a little bit of a mental lapse, penetrates deep, and gets the shot to fall off the finger roll. I told you these referees will call a very small amount of contact. Carson Peters has to find it out the hard way. Stetson Roper on the backside. Leonard starts to step out to stop Roper. That's all Pittman needed. Pittman's got 10 already. That's how many he had the whole game in Buffalo. So the Cardinals have let the Mooreland senior get started, and the big man has made the Cardinals pay. He's got 10 of the 14. The difference in the game right there. Number 15 for Mooreland having a game. He's got the Bearcats on his back offensively. Cardinals struggling to get the ball in the hole. Only 3 field goals so far for Cardinals. There they find Jackson Leonard open, but he can't handle it cleanly. It's a miss. And then a rebound by Bryson Parker. He can't get the jumper to go. Bryson struggling. That's emblematic of what's been happening for the Cardinals so far. I think Bryson's scoreless so far, isn't he? Yeah, so Bryson and Carson, sharpshooters for the Cardinals to this point, unable to get things going. Between the two of them, they had 30 against Mooreland in Buffalo, but so far only 2 points between the two. Gunners come back in. We'll see if the Cardinals force it into Gunner. Gunner's on the backside post right now. Goes for a rebound after a shot gets blocked from Bryson Parker. Goes out of bounds. The block wasn't touched, and so Mooreland's block is the last contact before the out of bounds. So the Cardinals will throw it in underneath. Carson Peters in the corner. Carson over the top to Bryson. In deep to Gunner. Gunner kick out to Bryson. High post for Carson Peters. He can't get it to fall. Grayson Pittman gets it. Fantastic outlet pass. Grayson down the floor. Stetson Roper so quick. Cardinals have so much speed, but Stetson Roper is the one player from Mooreland who can match up with that speed from the Cardinals. And the Mooreland Bearcats take advantage of it. And then a mishandle underneath. Gunner Post gets the ball poked away. Moreland's got it again, trying to add to the lead. They've got 10 points already. Roper inside, spin move, puts it up, can't get the fall. Bryson Parker gets the better of the duel that time. Nash Levens gets behind the defense. Cardinals speed on display. Sampson can't keep up, and Levens steals 2 points. Cardinals back to 8-16. Pittman working inside, looks to find it to Overton. It's tipped out of bounds. They're going to say it wasn't touched by any Cardinals. So Pittman must have got arms knocked a little bit because that pass was way offline, intended for Overton, but it'll stay with the white jerseys. Cardinals into the front court. Levens hit that last layup. Cardinals, whoops. Roper steps in front of a pass. Bryson's able to recover it. Cardinals hold on to the possession here. Bryson penetrating in now. Puts it up, it's a miss. Bryson gets a shot back. That might get Bryson going. Bryson wasn't going to take no for an answer on that one. And the senior for the Cardinals, 1,000-point scorer this on his career now, getting that mark this season. And comes back to get the 2 points. And the Cardinals now trying to hold on and eat into that 6-point lead. It was 10 a moment ago. Cardinals with layup and a shot by Bryson Parker. The layup from Nash Levens. Moreland trying to come underneath. Caden Overton's dangerous underneath. He'll get those reverse layups, but he can't get that shot to fall from the baseline. Levens gets the rebound. Cardinals coming the other way. Carson gets an opening. Gets a layup. 2 layups and an inside shot. Cardinals are finding the paint. Coach Templin's going to take a timeout and talk things over. Cardinals might have unraveled the mystery here. Might have cracked the enigma and solved the puzzle of the Mooreland defense, or maybe just figured out how to break a hold or whatever the curse was on that bucket. Cardinals with 6 points in the last 3 possessions. Coach Beavermouth will talk things over. We don't have our Cardinal cheerleaders here, but for the Bearcat fans who are joining us on Turpin Live tonight, or this afternoon, sorry. It's going to give you your Bearcat cheerleaders. I'll do better at getting to them next time. We welcome the Mooreland Bearcat. Sorry, let's try once again. We'll welcome the Mooreland Bearcat and Lady Cat fans who've joined us. This is the Skordle Festival, but they did not have their announcers and things going for this game. So right now we're the only show in town. But we're glad to host you, Mooreland. Lady Cats picked up their 4th win of the series against the Cardinals today. Cardinals have won 2 against the Bearcats, going for 3. Salvarado comes in and finds out just how sensitive these refs will call it. They've been that way the whole game. They do not want these players putting hands on each other. That's the first on Alvarado, the second on the Cardinals. Alvarado just barely coming in, drawing that foul within seconds of entering the floor. He's out there with Bryson Parker, who gets a steal and a layup. Cardinals on the run. 8 points now in a row. They're on an 8-0 run. It's now 8-2. Pittman beats post down the floor. That looked like a deep football play. A tremendous play by Grayson Pittman. Hauls in the long pass, puts it in, and breaks the run for the Cardinals. Bryson goes for a long shot. It's off the front of the rim. Pittman tips it out. Crotz saves it back to Pittman. Overton has it up to Roper. Simpson was on the backside. I'm not sure. It looked like Roper was going for an alley-oop to Sampson. I don't think Sampson has the ups to be able to get that one to fall. Oh, no, it got tipped. So the Cardinals tipped the pass. Sampson will be throwing it in. Pittman's going to have to come out. After the long pass he hauled in, he might have aggravated that knee injury. Ortega comes in. Ortega, very different style of player than Pittman. Has nowhere near the length and height of Pittman, but very active. And he's done a lot of damage against the Cardinals in the games they played. Overton gets deep, beats Levens as he's coming in for the inbounds pass. Levens ends up getting underneath Overton as he goes up for the shot, and Overton will draw the foul. He'll get the chance to shoot 2 here. Nash picks up the foul. How many does he have? That is just Nash's first, but it's a 3rd on the Cardinals. No fouls against Mooreland in this quarter so far. Overton misses the first. Misses the second off the front of the rim. And Ortega and Post match up. And like I said, these referees do not want players putting their hands on each other. Ortega will get called for the push. That's the first foul on Mooreland in the quarter, and Cardinals take over with the ball. Oh! Not sure what Carson was going for there. He saw something as he went into that jump. He was going to go to a jump pass and ends up getting a travel call. Mooreland gets the ball back. A little bit of a gift there. An unforced error gives Mooreland back the ball. Carson Peters tips away a ball intended for Sampson. Plays like that, you can really see the speed advantage that Cardinals have. Krotz has it going against Parker. Cardinals step up for the double team. Roper's got it now. Roper penetrates in, takes a shot at the high post. Puts it in from the corner of the lane. And it's again a 6-point lead for Mooreland. Cummings getting ready to come in. Carson Peters coming down. Last time, he missed it on a dribbling violation, gave it away. Parker still struggling to get his jump shot going. It's a miss, bounces around. Mooreland comes away with the rebound. Overton's got it. Narrowly avoids a double dribbling violation. Sampson picks it up, gets to Ortega at the high post. Ortega's very quick. Gunner was giving him some room, showing some respect. Overton goes for a turnaround jumper. He's not Kobe. That's a tough shot to hit. Jed Huffman coming the other way. Gets to Carson Peters. Cardinals struggling to hold on that ball. That's several times now. Cardinals have had an opportunity if they catch the ball cleanly. That ball just slipping out of our grasp a little bit here. It is very hot in this gym, by the way. I'm up here sweating away. I'm not sure what it's like for the Cardinals. In football, they'll replace the ball for you, but it is hot and it is humid here, and that might be playing a factor. That ball hits a couple of sets of sweaty hands and bodies, and they're not switching it out. And that might be part of the effect that we're seeing with Cardinals having a little bit of a hard time holding on the ball. We've seen it from Mooreland, too. Levens has it on the outside. Levens penetrates, gives it to Gunner in the short corner. Back up top to Huffman. Huffman will reset. Into the corner, Levens. They find Gunner. Gunner has the spot, goes up. A lot of contact. One of either Cummings or Ortega is going to get called for that one. We'll see who it's on. It's on Ortega. I think that's his first.
Yep, that's his first.
That'll be his first. Gunner post hits the first. Gunner getting ready for the second. This one rims out. Peters almost gets to it and steals that rebound, but Overton's there. Overton coming down. Double team by the Cardinals. It's tipped and stolen. Guns up in Gunner, post hands. Bryson Parker coming the other way. Finger roll. Cardinals back to 3. 17-20. Cardinals scrambling here, trying to get a hold of it. Peters and Overton. Post is stepping up in the way. It's out to Ortega. Ortega picks it up. Oh, that looked like a travel. But instead, it ends up in Cardinals' hands after a missed shot and a rebound by Carson Peters. Carson finds an opening. Inside, a lot of contact, not called that time, but Gunner might have got away with the push. Scramble here inside the last 2 minutes. Referees allowing a lot more contact both ways. Clark picks it up, gets it to Roper. Roper in deep, puts it up. It's off the backboard. It's a miss. Ortega gets it up. Levin's going to get called on the contact, so they're allowing quite a bit of body contact, but again, they're looking so carefully at the hands. Levens barely got a touch on Ortega, but these referees are there for every slight movement with those hands that comes in contact with an opposing player. That'll go against Nash. I think it's his first.
No, that's his second.
That's Nash's second. Ortega makes the free throw. It's a 4-point difference. Amazing and awesome Addison Hogg still giving us our stats. She's joined by Yanalette All Day Olguin and also Mia the Magnificent Ortiz. It's a miss on the second shot. Huffman's got it. Cardinals down by 4. Chance here to retake the lead before halftime or tie it up. That'll be 2 possessions. Cardinals have been running a fast-paced offense so far. Huffman looking for an opening. Carson Peters on the outside. Roper missed the opportunity, but then stays close. A lot of quickness on Roper. Gunner gets in deep. He's got the... Gunner goes up There's contact from Ortiz, but again, they're not calling bodies. They're only calling hands. So Gunner with a little bit of bump, but enough to knock the shot off. But Ortiz does a good job of playing discipline on the hands. And then a turnover. Clark, he got away with one on the travel a little bit earlier. This time, just too much. When you catch that ball, you got to have the ball in a downward motion when you go to make your step. On the video games, you can shake that head and move the ball out to the side while you're taking your first step, but that's not allowed in real basketball. Bryson has it up top, out to Jet. Jet inside for Carson. Carson will take a jumper. It's off the front of the rim. Sampson's got it. Sampson looking for an opening. Gets it over on the side to Clark. Clark up the floor in a hurry. Bryson deflects it, goes out of bounds. Clock will stop. 6 seconds left in the first quarter. In the first half. Cardinals struggled so much in the first quarter, but started getting hot in the second. Couldn't quite get enough to tie the game up. Kratz is going to get some admonishment for not having his jersey tucked in properly. Referees will stop for that. We got 6 seconds left in the first half. We got to make sure everything's tip-top, ship-shape. All our T's crossed and I's dotted, whatever other cliches you want. Well, let's see if it helps. Turns out having your jersey tucked in might just make a difference there. Kratz steps out and hits a three-pointer. So a 7-point lead as we end the first. Mooreland had at one point a 10-point lead. Cardinals stormed back. It was 2 at one moment. Cardinals had an 8-point run. Since then, Mooreland's done a good job, and then a 4-point game turns into 7 with a 3-pointer at the buzzer. We'll get stats in just a moment. Bearcat fans, here's your Bearcat cheerleaders. All right, in the first half, your stats again brought to you by the amazing and awesome Addison Hogg for the home team. Jet Huffman, 4 points, 1 rebound. Nash Levens, 2 points. That was that layup that got the run going in the second quarter. 3 rebounds, 2 fouls, and a steal. Carson Peters, 2 points, 2 rebounds, a foul, a steal, and 3 blocks for Carson Peters. Bryson Parker, 6 points. All those in the second quarter to go with 4 rebounds and 2 steals. Austin Peters, 2 fouls. Gunner Post, 3 points. One of those a free throw. The senior Post has never been able to get going yet. Pittman and the Mooreland defense doing a good job of taking away Gunner's game inside. Salvarado came off the bench, immediately got a foul. Didn't get anything else in the stat line, and neither did anybody else for the Cardinals or the Bearcats. Cummings started the game but only has 1 foul. Roper has 4 points. Kratz has the 3 at the very end of the first half. Sampson has nothing, but be careful from him behind the 3-point line. He's also got a foul. Overton has 4 points. Ortega has 1 point off a free throw and a foul. The big story, the difference in the game, the senior, Grayson Pittman, had a tremendous game. He had 10 in the first quarter. He's got 12 at this point of the game, leading the way for both teams. Your opposing stats, by the way, Yanalette All Day, All Geen, bringing you those stats. Your scoreboard, Mia the Magnificent, Ortiz. And we'll take a break. Got a little bit over 5 minutes. Grab a drink, grab a snack, grab a break, hit the bathroom if you need to. Go outside and let loose a primal yell. Get your lucky rabbit's foot. I'd say a prayer, but honestly I think it's a little blasphemous. But let's get ready. More Cardinal basketball to come. If you're watching in the classroom, Cardinals fans, if you're watching in class, now's a good time. Take a break, get a few more math problems done, get a little further along in your reading story. Get your notebook signed if you're in one of my classes. Notebook checks are tomorrow. And we'll get ready for more Cardinal basketball in 5 minutes.
He doesn't play basketball.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I was really talking about it.
That's right.
He doesn't play. I was was like, I was like,
Be careful, that thing can fly down.
Yeah, that's what knocked down his water bottle and spilled everywhere.
I was like, what is it? I was like,
Oh, they all game.
I was like,
All day, all game.
I was like, we're gonna have to watch the Laverne game. He was like, and she was like, I'm so excited. I was like, why?
You guys are staying and watching Laverne, and then you're eating like
Four?
Yeah.
Yeah, like 4 or something.
That'll be fun.
Uh-huh.
I think Texas Roadhouse has the cinnamon buns, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, with
I
the
love
And the
rolls.
bread.
They're not good.
I think that's my dinner. That's my food. That's my comfort food.
I'm taking leftovers.
I don't blame you.
I'm taking
Take out order.
I'm be like, can I get a box to go? Just a box so I can go. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna order a box and then I'll just
Remember,
start.
good bread's just cake.
That's true.
It's just cake with less sugar. No frosting. Yeah, you go that cinnamon butter, you might as well call it cake.
That is, it like melts and it's so good.
It's butter. It's supposed to melt.
Okay, I'm gonna smack you in the face.
I'm gonna cry. If it sticks right now and it didn't stick this morning, I'm literally gonna. That's Laverne.
Yeah, that's why we're cooking.
They're both ugly. I'm just kidding.
I've already said your name, so you're there. They know who's there.
Yeah, Maya.
Yeah, he did. He called me Mia.
Sorry. Yeah. Yes, it is. Yes. Oh, I was like,
Did you want this?
For what?
Did you want a clipboard for yours?
oh yeah, yes, please. Put mine on there.
Your guest ones?
Yes.
Or were you doing both, Abby? I thought you.
I was doing both, but she can do whatever.
Yeah, I'll
You
do.
can have your own.
No, I'll do the guy.
So you're being the spotter. Coming up tomorrow, we got about 80 seconds left. It's senior night at Turpin. It's the last home game for the Cardinals, unless by some miracle we get to go host districts. I would say a miracle. I don't know the last time Cardinals got to host districts at Turpin, so I'm not expecting it this year either, although it'd be a wonderful surprise. So senior night. For these seniors, you've got a bunch of them for the Cardinals. You've got Nash Levens, Austin Peters, Bryson Parker. Who am I forgetting? Gunnar Post. So the 4 seniors getting ready to play in their last game in Shyrock Gym wearing that Cardinal jersey. We have several special surprises for you. Come on out and watch a lot of fun. There'll be things going on at half times. So that'll be coming up tomorrow night. See you at Turpin for that. There will be JV games. So I don't know if we're starting at 4 o'clock or 4:30. I'll try and find that for you before we get done with this game to let you know for sure. So be ready to potentially start at 4 o'clock. A lot of times with senior night, you plan in some extra time. Cardinals starting the second half. You've got Austin and Carson Peters, Nash Levens, Gunnar Post, and Bryson Parker, the starters. For Mooreland, Stetson Roper, Caden Overton, Grayson Pittman, Carter Cummings, and Evan Sampson. And then a 3-point shot. I think it was Roper that hit that. So Mooreland back to the 10-point lead. Last time it was 10 points. It didn't stay that way for long. Cardinals were able to get the ball inside. Uh-oh. Overton sneaks behind the Cardinal defense and gets another 2 points, and it's 12 now. Cardinals in some danger here. Mooreland's come out swinging. 4 straight points, and it's a 12-point lead now. Carson out to Austin in the corner. Mooreland has been able to stay in that. It's been a 3-2 and sometimes a 2-1-2. Sampson moving and staying up where the ball is. We'll watch and see if Sampson collapses inside if the ball goes to the baseline. Nope, he's staying outside. They're going to 3-2. Cardinals might attack that at the high post. Right now they're going a 4-out look. And Sampson tips the ball away. Roper comes away with the steal. Cardinals lose it. They're down by 12. Mooreland looking to add to their lead, which is already the biggest it's been so far in the game at 12. Cummings goes for a 3 and hits it. Mooreland's ahead by 15. Cardinals offense was struggling in the first half. Right now the defense getting really blitzed. 7 straight points for Mooreland. Mooreland's almost doubled up the Cardinals, 32-17. 15-point difference. Cardinals unable to get things going from the outside so far. And then struggling a little bit on rebounding now. Carson out to Bryson. Bryson from the baseline, it'd be a 2, and it falls. Cardinals need to get their guards going. Bryson gets 2 points. Maybe that'll be what the Cardinals need for the momentum swing. Sampson gets it up to Cummings. Cummings on the outside, penetrates baseline. And a push-off on Cummings against Bryson. These refs have called that consistently. They do not want you putting your hand on the opposing player, especially not a forearm or an elbow. In this case, Cummings is the offender. He gets a foul. I think that's his first. Cummings, number 1. That's his second. Yonaled Aldealguin keeping us in the stats. And then Bryson getting hot. 5 straight points for the senior. Cardinals back within 10. These two teams have been scoring in bunches. 7 straight points for Mooreland and 5 straight points for the Cardinals. Cummings looked like he'd stepped out of bounds either way. Cardinals have the ball after Bryson steps in front of Cummings' pass after he recovered the ball. Bryson coming down, matching up with Sampson, out to Gunner, into the corner for Austin. Cardinals rotating through. Mooreland staying in that 3-2 defense. Gunner working the inside, trying to find a spot. Cummings had stepped out and looked like Gunner might match up with Grayson Pittman. Roper uses the quickness, challenging on the ball. Bryson has to come over and save it. I bragged on Roper's quickness before, and I'll do it again. He is lightning fast. Levens has it, working inside, looks to kick it out to Parker, has to really work to get it past Overton. Cardinals keep the possession going. Inside the post, Cummings went up high, right over the top of Gunner. Gunner will draw the foul, with Pittman stepping out to help cover the corner. Cardinals found a weakness in the armor of that zone. Cummings draws his third. Ortega will have to come in. Usually Ortega comes in, backing up Grayson Pittman. Gunner steps outside and shows Mooreland again that you got to guard him all over the floor, not just down low. And it's now a 7-point game. Cardinals with the last 10 points. Roper comes in deep but can't get it. Parker fighting with Pittman. It's a tip out. Sampson finally gets an open look but can't get it to fall. The senior sharpshooter from Mooreland has to be very, very watched closely by the Cardinals. Carson Peters has to be watched closely. He penetrates into the Mooreland defense, gets the shot to fall, draws a foul on Ortega. I think that's Ortega's second. It is, and Carson will get the chance to pull the Cardinals back within 4. So just a moment ago, Cardinals had been blitzed and blindsided by the Mooreland offense, but Cardinals have gone on the run now. At one point down by 17, they pulled back to within 4. It's been a 13-point run for the Cardinals. Ortega gets behind the Cardinal defense. Another lapse on the backside of the Cardinal defense in full court. Overton did it to start the run for Mooreland in the third quarter. And now Ortega doing it again. So Mooreland's press breaker finding some holes in the Cardinal defense. Carson Peters now back to Bryson Parker. Back to Carson. Carson head fake, comes in, puts up the jumper. Can't get it to fall. It gets tipped out of bounds on Nash Levens. He and Caden Overton fighting for that ball. Cardinals will come back in full court. Hopefully figure out the backside of the defense. They've been allowing some layups in this quarter. Mooreland working to get somebody open, and it's Caden. Oh, Caden Overton's getting a foul call on him. That one's easy to pick out. Overton's arm came up as he was dribbling. Just so happened Carson Peters was right there. That'll get called. They've been very consistent on that call, both in the Lady Cardinals game and in this game. You can get away with that most of the time, but these officials running this three-man crew, it's 6 eyes watching carefully on both teams. Been a fairly called game. But that offensive foul, the second of the quarter, now means 2 fouls called against Overton and 4 fouls called against Mooreland. Carson Peters hits the shot, and it's a 4-point game again. Bryson overplays it but can't get a ball away from Sampson. Sampson's picked it up, gets it to Overton. Levens is going to get called for contact on Overton. Again, they're going to call even the least touch here. Cardinals have to be very careful. They're seeing the calls piling up on Mooreland. These referees calling the slightest bit of contact from the hands on the opposing player. They do not want you touching that other guy's jersey, much less his hand, arm, or head. Sampson on the outside working against Parker. Pittman looking to get open. Levens tips that one away successfully, but Pittman is able to haul it in. As he does, Parker's going to get called for the hands. Looked like it was a scramble for a loose ball. That's Bryson's first. Cardinals have picked up 2 fouls in a hurry. Coach Biermeier is going to take a timeout. 6 fouls have been called through the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. 2 of them against the Cardinals, 4 of them against the Mooreland Bearcats. Bearcat fans, I promised you, and I'll give you the Bearcat cheerleaders now. All right, there's your Cardinals. Talking things over. The lime green shirts, by the way, a gift here from the Skordle Festival. Skordle's logo is a lime green words. By the way, if you're not familiar with Skordle, it's an app I highly recommend that you download. I'll give them a quick plug right now. This is their festival we're at. It is Oklahoma's largest basketball festival. Cardinals have played in it last year, in it again this year. We'd hope to get multiple days in it. We'd love to play more than one day, but we've had Thursdays the last 2 years. This thing will go for 3 days, and it is jam-packed with basketball. If you're anywhere near the Enid area, you can come down here and watch a lot of really great teams from Oklahoma facing off against each other. Just so happened this year, the draw of the Cardinals against Mooreland turned out to be probably not the matchup either team would have picked if you're going for it right now. Cardinals have had the advantage so far this year. Lady Cats have had the advantage on the girls' side. But I don't think either team would want to face off against each other this many times. Mooreland's able to get to the hole. They're trying to break the run the Cardinals are on. And now it's a 6-point lead again for Mooreland. Long shot from the outside. That might have been a pass from Bryson into Gunner. Either way, Gunner makes the most of getting in deep underneath the goal, puts it in, and it's 4 points again. Sampson and Peters matching up. Cardinals got to be careful with the hands. Jet Huffman has come in. Austin Peters will take a break. Cardinals will run a mostly 6-man rotation in this game. Levens and Roper matching up. Cardinals going man-to-man. Mooreland's played zone the whole game. Cardinals play a lot of man nowadays. They'll apply a lot of pressure. Overton and Peters matching up. Overton will try to go the hole. Roper looking for his opportunity. Loses the ball. Bryson Parker's got it. Ortega just missed getting a foul called there. He tried for a swipe at it and got a little bit of Bryson's pants, but pants stay up. Ball stays in Bryson's hands. Cardinals have the ball. Carson, head fake, goes to the hole. He pulls up on the baseline, kick back out to Nash. He was looking for it to go to Gunner. Pittman and Ortega did a nice job of taking away the opportunities from both the baseline drive and the post move. Gunner, great job getting inside. Carson, fantastic job on the pass hitting Gunner. It doesn't matter if that foul's on the floor or as a shot. The Cardinals were in the bonus, so Gunner gets to shoot 2. I don't know who the foul got called on. Foul got called on Ortega. I think that is 3. Your crew for this game, the amazing and awesome Addison Hogg, Yanni All Day Allgeen, and Mia the Magnificent Ortiz are doing a great job. I said it right. I said Mia this time. I either need positive reinforcement to get it right, or else I need like a snap a rubber band or something to get it wrong. Gunner makes both. Cardinals are back within 2 for the first time in a long time. Coach Templin wants a timeout. He did not like what Mooreland was running on the press breaker that time. Coach Templin really, really unhappy with something. He's going to take his second timeout. Coach Biebermeyer's only used 1. Bearcats fan who's joined us, there's your Bearcat cheerleaders. Our Cardinal cheerleaders are at home. Cardinals will keep the same lineup. I think Mooreland did too. Oh, no, Mooreland's brought in a sub. You've got Josh Krotz is back in. He hit the 3 right before half. Cardinals got to make sure they pay attention for him. So Overton will take a break. Sampson into Roper. So much experience on the floor. There's 7 seniors on the floor right now between the 2 teams. Krotz has it right now. Krotz, the freshman, lone freshman on the floor for either team. Sampson challenging Austin Peters. He gets an opening. He'll take it if he gets it. He's been unable to get going, which has been music to the ears of the Cardinals and their fans. It stays with Mooreland. Gunner does a great job saving it. Scramble for the ball. It'll stay with Mooreland. Tremendous hustle. Gunner had come inside and tipped away a ball. Couldn't haul it in before it went out of bounds. Austin's trying to get... We knew it was out on them, but Austin trying some funny business there. A little bit of, we'll call it gamesmanship. Clark's got it. Clark throws it in. Roper's got it. Roper penetrates. Blocked by Gunner. Sampson's able to haul in the block, though. They find Ortega underneath. Ortega, totally different post player than Pittman, but very opportunistic. He's really hurt the Cardinals down low when he's come in. So quick. Does a great job in the low post, and he gets 2 points to make it a 4-point lead again for Mooreland. Cardinals have not been able to get this game tied up. Ever since Mooreland took the lead in the second quarter, they have been holding on to that lead carefully. At one point in this quarter, it was 17, the difference between the two. Looked like the Cardinals might be out of it, but the Cardinals went on a huge run. Since then, the 2 teams are playing pretty even. Huffman, open for the jumper. That might be it for the quarter. Cardinals have pulled back to within 2. So Mooreland had the nice halftime lead of 7. We'll get stats here in a second. Bearcats fans, here you go. Here's your cheerleaders. All right, Huffman's got 6, including that last shot that pulled the Cardinals back within 2. He's also got a rebound. Nash Levins has 2 points, 3 rebounds, 3 fouls, and a steal. Carson Peters now has 7. One of those a free throw, 2 rebounds, a foul, a steal, and 3 blocks. Right has 11 now. He had a great third quarter. 4 rebounds, a foul, 3 steals, and an assist. Austin Peters, 2 rebounds, 2 fouls. Gunnar Post has 10 points now after 3 at half. He's got a 3 free throws, 3 rebounds, 2 free throws, 2 steals, a block, and a foul. Cardinals were down by 7 at half after it had been a 4-point difference. Three-pointer right before the half, made it 7, and then Mooreland went on the run in the third quarter. Tremendous opening to the quarter, a 10-point run. It was 17, the difference between the two teams at one point before the Cardinals essentially went on a 15-point run to finish things. There were some points in between there, but make up a difference of 15 points to end the quarter, only down by 2. Jet Huffman, who made it a 2-point difference right before the end of the quarter, hits that shot, and it's all tied up. So 7.5 to go, and the Cardinals have a brand new game. Roper mishandles the ball. The Cardinals' pressure has really paid off in the second half. Mooreland has beat it twice for layups, but other than that, the Cardinals' defensive pressure really starting to wear on the Bearcats. Parker on the baseline, back up to Peters. For this fourth quarter, it's Austin and Carson Peters, Gunner post. Into Gunner, the ball goes, but it's mishandled. Ortega steps in front and has the steal. Bryson Parker's also out there with Jet Huffman. So post, the two Peterses, post, Peters, Parker, and Huffman. Gunner tips away a pass. Oh, Pittman goes down hard in a smash with Ortega and also Parker. Pittman looks to be a little bit rocked, and they might have to take a timeout. Cardinals come the other way and get 2 points. We had a mass of humanity down on the other side of the floor. 3 players running into each other. Taking the worst of it was Grayson Pittman, and he's going to step off the court for a moment, I think. Coach Templeton's taking a timeout so his senior can figure out what he's doing. Templeton's unhappy with that. I think he thinks there might have been too much contact. These refs have called this a very tight game. Bryson running into Pittman, there wasn't anything. I could see it, but I didn't have the camera on it. There wasn't anything to it. So a full timeout's taken. Coach Templeton's only going to have 2 left after this. All right, Cardinals now have the lead. Grayson Pittman is back out there. Roper throws it in to Clark. Clark and Huffman matching up. Cardinals defense gets Clark to pick it up. Clark shuffles just a little bit, loses that pivot foot. Young players, that pivot foot has to be essentially nailed down to the court. If you move it a little bit, other than pivoting, you will lose possession of that ball, and that's exactly what happened. Cardinals with a chance to get a 2-score lead here. Coming out of the timeout, same 5 that exited. The 4 Ps, Parker, Peters, and Peters, Post, and Huffman. Pittman, Ortega, Overton, Sampson, and Roper out there for Mooreland. Peters out to Huffman, into Parker. They get it into Post. Post challenging Pittman. Pittman does a good job matching up with Post. They kick it down floor. Sampson catches up to the ball. Good recovery on that. Roper inside. Post is going to get called for the contact. Interesting. A lot of contact when Post and Pittman were matching up against each other. A lot of respect for the two. But the other way around, Gunner barely getting any of Roper. Nothing with the arms. They called it on the body. But enough that the foul get called, and that's 3 now on Gunner. Again, score update brought to you by the amazing and awesome Addison Hogg, Yanni All Day Allgeen, and Mia the Magnificent Ortiz, keeping you guys fully accurate stats and scoreboard today. Stetson Roper hits neither of the 2 free throws. Cardinals still holding the 2-point lead. So the only damage taken on the possession is Gunner Post picking up a 3rd foul. Gunner, a little bit of a hitch in the giddy up. He had a hard fall earlier in the game. He and Grayson Pittman went all out on a long pass. It looked like a deep post play on a football field, but Gunner hit the floor. Pittman barely came away with it and was able to score 2, and Gunner not quite moving the same. Pittman had a hard fall in this quarter, so the big men for each team having a little bit of contact. Bryson Parker drawing the contact. That'll be on Stetson Roper. That's just the first on Stetson. Stetson Roper, one of the names I love saying most in Northwest Oklahoma basketball. Guy's destined to have his own cologne line, if you ask me. Bryson Parker making his first free throw. Sinks them both, and the Cardinals now up by 2 possessions. 5:38 left to go in the fourth quarter. Cardinals can't sleep on it, but we're sitting in the right spot, and Parker will pick up a foul, challenging Roper this time. So Roper and Parker trade fouls back and forth. Cardinals have 2, one by Gunner, one by Bryson. Roper into Ortega, back to Roper. Ortega's got it at the midcourt. Cardinals scramble. Turpin applying the full court pressure. Ortega wants to get rid of that ball. Overton's got it. He's looking inside for Pittman. Pittman trying to distribute it inside. Ortega takes it right over the top of that was Austin Peters. Great hands by Ortega. Pittman's got it in deep. Beautiful drop step. Pittman goes up. He's leading the way with all scorers, and he gets another 2 points. Cardinals have to be so careful of Pittman, and you see exactly why. Cardinals with a 2-point lead. Huffman out in the corner, going baseline. Underneath the post. Oh, that's the first time we've seen that kind of contact not get called. Just the other way. Oh, my word. Folks, that's a big difference there. Ortega gets pushed quite a bit of contact on one end by Gunner, no call. Makes a difference on the play. Gunner can't get it to sink, and then coming the other way. Roper breaking backside on the long outlet pass from Ortega. Who got that last? And then Parker gets called for the hand in the back. They've been calling the hand consistently. What we're now seeing inconsistently is the bodying. We'll see if it holds up, but that's a tie game now. Roper will have the chance to make it a 1-point lead for Mooreland. Cardinals going to have to play careful here. Don't want to see a game decided at the free throw line. And that now makes 3 team fouls on the Cardinals. So 2 more fouls by Turpin in the next 4 and 4:45. And the Bearcats will be at the line. Oh, it was Overton who got back behind the defense. Mooreland's been able to catch the Cardinals 3 different times in the second half, overplaying a bit on full court defense. Overton gives Mooreland a 1-point lead. Cardinals are going to have to play clean. Parker in the front court to Huffman. Up top to Peters. Peters into Bryson at the baseline. Bryson back to Austin. Out of Carson again. Reset it. Gunner comes out. Levens comes in. Levens more on the defensive side in transition. Cardinals go for the long jumper. Can't get it to fall. Austin is surprised at that one. He thought it had last been touched by Ortega. Referee saw it differently. And Mooreland's got the ball back and the lead. Sampson will throw it in. Overton now to Roper. Carson working against Roper. Carson's had his chance to pick up fouls on a little bit of contact as well. Pittman at the high post. Roper in deep to Ortega. They kick it around Sampson. Sampson a lot of times will take that catch and shoot. Overton comes in. Overton does a good job getting to the hole. He penetrates again. Cardinals getting a little bit shy of the contact. And Mooreland's able to stretch the lead out to 3 points now. Parker penetrates in deep, and he'll draw a foul on Pittman. Well, that was really funny, guys. A couple Bearcat fans thought that was all ball. That's just plain blindness. Bryson and Pittman know what happened there. Referee's right on top of it. Pittman knew he'd misplayed it just a little bit. What just happened? They called it on Ortega, not on Pittman. So they're saying Pittman did get all ball. Ortega picks up the foul. This is huge, guys. Ortega goes out. That is 5 on Ortega. Did we have 5 on Ortega? We had 3 on Ortega. We're not going to argue with the official scores. But Ortega goes to the bench. That means Pittman's the lone big man in now. Grayson's a great player, but playing on that knee injury has been tough on the senior. As we've seen, there's been times he's had to come out and get a break. Times the injury seems to be re-aggravated a little bit, so he'll have to stay in the rest of the way. Ortega going out could end up being an advantage for the Cardinals here. Miss on the second shot. Sampson's got the ball. Kick up the floor to Roper. Roper penetrates in deep. It's a miss. Pittman in post battle. Pittman's got it. He finds Cummings on the backside. Beautiful pass from Pittman. Cummings is able to put it in, and it's 4 points now. 2 possessions for the Mooreland lead. Sampson tips it. Cardinals are playing sloppy here. Sampson mishandles it, gets it out to Roper. 3 minutes left here. This game's in danger for the Cardinals. Roper in deep. Roper puts it up. I'm not sure who they're going to call that one on, to be honest. They're calling Bryson. They're saying Bryson got a hold of Roper's hand on the shot. That's now 4 on Bryson. These guys have been calling it very sensitive on the fouls, especially with the touch fouls. That one could be huge. Bryson will have to be very careful for the rest of the way. There's a lot of game left to go. Roper puts in the first free throw. Cardinals defense gets a lot of deflections to do that. You sometimes have to overplay a ball. That one, though, Bryson was just challenging, trying for a little bit of a swat as Roper went up from the backside. Peters drives in. Kick to Bryson on the backside. Bryson goes up. Huge amount of contact. Bryson's hurt. No call on the contact. Pittman stepped into Bryson as he went up. No call that time, though. After the touch foul the other way. Referee's explaining to Biebermeyer what he saw. He's explaining what he saw. He's explaining how he didn't see it as a foul. Bryson did get the shot. Referee's explaining that's not what he saw. So referees don't always have to give that kind of explanation. We do appreciate the black and white giving that explanation to Coach Biebermeyer. We could overhear it a little bit. He said he didn't see a foul. Down the court it goes to Roper. Roper speed. Guys, that's tough to handle. It's tough for the Cardinals fans. Coming the other way, Roper and Peters get tied up a little bit. And Peters will get called for the foul after Bryson going down hard, having to exit the floor, then seeing Austin and Roper on what essentially was more of a loose ball. A little bit tough to handle. Roper goes up. Roper's shooting a bunch of free throws in this quarter now. And the free throws are making the difference in the game now. Mooreland's starting to pull away. 5 points of difference. Cardinals with under 3 minutes left and down by 6. This game's getting stopped a lot because of the whistles here in the fourth quarter. Peters to post. Back out to Austin. Post underneath with Cummings. Huffman working against Pittman. Gunner working against Cummings. Gunner had a huge advantage against Cummings, but the Cardinals will go for the outside shot. It's a miss. Scramble for the ball. Overton's got it. Cardinals had an opportunity with Overton. Sorry, not Overton, but with Post matching up with Cummings. Big size difference. Couldn't get the ball inside, and then they lose Cummings on the other end. That's a huge series. So Cardinals miss the opportunities on a mismatch to find Cummings inside. Cummings sneaks inside the Cardinal defense, finds an opening, gets the shot off, draws a foul. Who'd the foul go against? How many? That goes against Carson. That's 2. It is bonus territory from here on out, but that's an and 1. So it's 8 points difference now. Cummings misses it. Gunner's got the free throw. Cardinals down by 8. This is it, guys. Down by 8. That's 3 possessions at minimum. Gunner steps out. Gunner comes across. Gunner working the advantage against Cummings. But Cardinals right now stuck with the ball on the outside, kind of stalling out on offense. CP drives in, draws a triple team, gets it to Huffman barely. Huffman puts up the jumper and gets it to fall. Roper throws it in to Cummings now. Cummings looking to get it to somebody. Austin up on him. Double team applied. Sampson's now got it. Sampson and Peters. Sampson drags the ball. That's a clear travel, but it doesn't get called. Right in front of the referee, too. Same referee that missed the foul against Bryson. So 2 mistakes right now by the officiating has caused 2 issues for the Cardinals. Carson Peters gets the ball away. Spin move. Pittman blocks it out of bounds. Mooreland will take a timeout. Players can call a timeout. Yeah, that's what you do. If you do this, it's a 30 seconds. If you miss timeout, then you can call it later. Yeah, as the player, you can do this. Yeah. Now, it is a technical if you don't have any timeouts left. They have 1 timeout left. If you call a timeout and you don't have any left, it's an automatic technical. You used to see players a lot, like if they were losing the ball, if it was a loose ball, they'd call a timeout. The whole line. It used to be a rule, if the ball was going out of bounds, people would jump and grab it and call timeout while they're in the air. But that's not allowed anymore. Mooreland holding a 6-point lead, 71 seconds left to go in the game. The Cardinals had won the first 2 matchup. Mooreland changed some things up. A lot of offense in the 3rd quarter. Cardinals stormed back, had it tied at 1 point, got the lead again. At 1 point, Cardinals had a 4-point lead in this quarter, but Mooreland has done a great job. Got the lead out to 8 points. Cardinals have been unable to get anything to fall from outside. And the long shot, unable to hit, knocked out of bounds by Mooreland. Cardinals will reset. Ortega can't come back in, so Chandler Persons comes in. It's into Gunner at the high post. Gunner trying to find somebody to get rid of it too. Cardinals got to figure something out here. They're down by 2 possessions if they get 3s. And now Carson Peters comes in. A lot of contact. That doesn't get called. Will we get a foul called? We'll see who this one's on. This will be on Persons. So Bryson went out earlier. Hard fall. He'd come in for a shot. Pittman stepped in underneath him. And Bryson fell awkwardly. No call on that foul. Pittman didn't do anything wrong, by the way, but it was enough contact for the foul. Pittman this time gets contact, and Huffman gets to shoot 2. Huffman misses the first. 6-point difference. Cardinals have to scramble here. Huffman makes the second. It's 5 points. It's still 2 possessions. Cardinals have got to get the ball back. You might see the Cardinals foul, but right now in full court, trying to get the, backside they go. Cummings snuck inside earlier. Gunner will go ahead and make sure the foul gets called. Cummings will go to the line shooting 2. That's 4, I think, on Gunner. Reese Hensley is going to come in. Looks like Coach Templin's going to go to a speed lineup. Cummings makes the first. That's 9 now. No, that's 7. 7 points difference. Whoops. 8 points difference. What am I missing? Oh, Huffman made 1. It was a 5-point. So now it's a 6-point difference. Cummings misses the second. Cardinals have the rebound. 45 seconds left. Cardinals need heroics here. 2 3-point shots would only tie. Cardinals have to go quick. Huffman goes up. A lot of contact. Puts it in. Quick timeout. Coach Biebermeyer, 34 seconds left. Cardinals back within 2. I think I said Cardinals within 2. Cardinals within 4. They're within 2 field goals. So Cardinals opt for going 3 quick possessions instead of 2 3-pointers. It's higher percentage, but it does mean you got to get an extra possession out of it. Cardinals with a lot of speed on the floor. It's going to take every bit of that to get the ball back twice in 34 seconds while holding Mooreland to nothing. So Mooreland's guaranteed to have 2 possessions here, no matter how well things go for the Cardinals. Best case scenario for Mooreland is to hold the ball these entire 34 seconds. Cardinals are probably getting instruction on whether or not to foul right now or what the foul situation is. Who do we have with at least 3 fouls? Austin has 3. Gunner has 4. Bryson has 4. Nash has 3. Carson has 2. Jed has none. So Jed Huffman right now has got to be ready to foul a bunch. Gunner's not on the floor. Nash is in for speed at the post. Cardinals step up on Roper. Oh, deflection on the ball, but can't get to it in time. Sampson up to Pittman. Pittman over to Roper. Cardinals got to work fast. 26 seconds now. Austin will foul. So Austin had how many?
3. Yep.
So now he has 4. Austin has 4. Roper will shoot 2. 24 seconds go by, or 24 seconds left. Gunner will come back in now as the Cardinals go to offense. So Coach Biebermeyer is doing situational substituting right now. Gunner came out for the defense since he has the 4 fouls. Roper makes 1, it's 5. Makes 2, it's 6. Now Cardinals will probably have to go to 3-pointers. Bryson picks it up quick. Cardinals are going to have to force a 3-point shot here. Bryson goes for the 3, draws the foul on Roper. Very savvy move by Bryson. He knew these refs will call the contact. Bryson did what you'll see in the NBA a lot. He got the Mooreland Bearcats into position, stepped into Roper as he went for the shot. Almost made it anyway, but Bryson will get to shoot 3. Bryson's a very good free throw shooter. Referees are making sure they're on the same page here. One referee was calling for 2 free throws, but it was a 3-point shot. Bryson makes the first, 51-56. Now, crazy possibilities. If Bryson makes 2, slight chance Bryson tries to bank it off the rim. Okay. Cardinals do have 2 timeouts here. Gunner will come back. Austin is back in. Remember, Austin's playing with 4, Bryson's playing with 4. Jed has none. Carson and Nash, I think, each have 3. So, does Bryson miss this one on purpose? He does not. Cardinals will set up in their full court defense. 19 seconds left. You can try to defend and get the inbounds pass. Cardinals aren't fouling yet. And then they go for the foul. I don't know if it's going to be Austin or Carson. It's on Austin. No, sorry. It's on Carson. I said that wrong. Roper will go and shoot 2 again. $14 seconds left. So is that 4 on CP? That's 3 on him with that one? Okay. So Carson has 3. How many did you say Nash has? Nash has 3. Okay. Roper makes the first 4-point game again. So Cardinals can't tie with the 3-pointer unless somebody gets fouled on a 3-point shot that goes in. Gunner's got 4. Austin's got 4. Austin goes to the bench. Gunner comes back in. Carson's going off. Cardinals are going all offense right now. 14.6 seconds left. Cardinals still have an opportunity here. It's 5 points now, and somebody's taking a timeout. We'll see who it was here in a moment. Interesting. Coach Temple is going to take a full timeout here. .6 seconds left. Mooreland has a 5-point lead. I got to tell you, if I'm Mooreland and Coach Templin, I'd be really tempted to foul the Cardinals before they get off a shot. Cardinals are going to want a 3-point shot. If I'm Mooreland, I would seriously consider fouling before the Cardinals get off that shot. Force the Cardinals to only have the opportunity at 2 points with 2 free throws. That timeout was taken on the dead ball, so the Cardinals still have to take it out from the baseline. Austin comes out, Gunner's back in. So you got Nash, Bryson, Carson, Jet, and Gunner. Everybody out there can shoot threes. I mean, Austin can shoot threes also. Bryson's got it. Cardinals are in a hurry. It looks like Bryson's going to come up and take a long three. It rims out. Oh, Roper gets the rebound. That's going to be the game, guys. Gunner fouls Roper. Roper's going to get to shoot 2. Gunner will be done for the night. So Roper gets to shoot 2. Looks like Mooreland will break the streak. Cardinals were looking for the hat trick to go 3 up against Mooreland. So both Mooreland teams are going to pull out the wins today. Cardinals travel all the way to Enid and end up with a downer of a day. Roper makes the first, 6 points. Cardinals miss on the second. Levens has it. Levens runs it up the court, but I mean this... That was just for a little bit of a moral bump at the very end. Can't get it to fall. Cardinals struggle to get the ball in the hole in the first half, and Mooreland builds up the big lead in the third quarter while the Cardinals had a lid on the bucket. Cardinals came back from the 17-point deficit, pulled even and had a 4-point lead at one point, but the Mooreland Bearcats, just too much for the Cardinals. We'll get final stats, finish things off, and call it a day from here in Enid. All right, for the Cardinals, Bryson Parker finishes with 17 after a very cold first half. 4 rebounds, 4 fouls, 3 steals, and an assist. Jet Huffman came off the bench and was second in scoring with 15 points. Only one of those a free throw. So Jet getting in deep into the lane and scoring on jumpers to go with 1 rebound and a steal. Nash Levens had 2 points, 3 rebounds, 3 fouls, and a steal. Carson Peters, 7 points, 2 rebounds, 3 fouls, 2 steals, 3 blocks. Austin Peters, 2 rebounds, 4 fouls. Gunner Post, 10 points, a 3-pointer amongst those, and 3 free throws to go with 5 fouls, 5 rebounds, 2 steals, and a block. Cardinals weren't able to go to the bench today. Saul Alvarado came in for a moment and picked up a foul. Other than that, it was the Cardinals' top 6 for the Bearcats. Cummings finished with 8, including a 3-pointer and a free throw to go with 3 fouls. Roper, big game for the senior. He had 18, including a 3-pointer and 9 free throws. The free throw line was the big difference in the game in the second half. 2 fouls. Krotz had a 3. Pittman had 14 after leading the way in the first half. After the hard fall, Pittman was never the same, but still finished strong. Sampson did not score. Cardinals had been hurt by Sampson the first time the two matched up, but holds Sampson scoreless. He did have a foul. Overton had 11 points, including 1 free throw and a foul. Ortega, 5, and then he fouled out as well. Cardinals end up losing the game, but we'll finish off there. Again, tomorrow is senior night. Come to Turpin and watch the Cardinals take on the Laverne Tigers. Those Laverne Tigers and Lady Tigers are getting ready to face off in games. I don't know who they're against today, but we'll see them tomorrow at Turpin. Come out for home games tomorrow. We'll finish things off. It looks like they're playing Garber, actually. That'd be fun. Garber's a ranked team. Oh, sure enough, it is Garber. Garber's got a super senior in Washington who's out there. She had a big knee injury last year. Same thing we're dealing with Abby Buller. The two are mentioned often in articles talking about small school basketball players in Oklahoma. Anyway, we'll finish things off. Everything's done here. Good day being